What's good, y'all? This is Everything's Blurred, episode 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. We're going to make a savage. We're legal. What's good? This is yours, Shirley Brown. What's up, y'all? Long time.
What's going on, everybody? I am the one that Kyrie Irving reached out to create the new logo for the NBA. I am the Mr. Shaun, Mr. Shaun. Now let's get it with that. All right. So
first we gotta say what's up to Tommy. He's not here right now. He's
yes, we're 2/3. As you can see, it's 2/3 of the blur right now. You know, as we call ourselves, you know, the Corolla cousins, because we're cousins and we both drive Corollas.
Yeah.
Uncoincidentally, it's not like we was like, yo, you got a Corolla? Well, I'm gonna get one too.
No, I just like Corollas. Okay. I just thought they was old.
Yeah, they're dope. They're very, very, very smooth cars to drive. You know, they really are.
Uncle had one, and you know what I'm saying? Just
word.
Moving.
And yeah, and I've heard that Toyotas are really good
cars.
Cars, yeah. So but yeah, he's, you know, doing his thing. You know, he got his own little mission. So, you know, he's a man of mystery, so we let him do his own thing. You know what I mean?
Asia man, secret Asia man.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but salute to him, you know. And Towson, get ready.
Yeah, no.
Your world's about to change. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Like I said in my intro, if you haven't kept up in the NBA for a while, you know, or kind of missed it, Kyrie Irving suggested, and I've heard this be made before, but he really wants this to happen. He wants Kobe Bryant to be the new logo for the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he thinks it's just, you know, overdue, and he's such an iconic role, and he played, you know, a very important role in a lot of, you know, a lot of casters in the league now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just a change. The person that created the logo, because if you don't know, the logo is Jerry West. I was about to say a dumb joke, like, is he the first silhouette challenge person? But no, we're gonna skip that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, bruh. If you said that, I might have to chop that and edit. Like your friend, like, why you said that? Why you said that, bro? I don't know.
Like, you're doing too much. You gotta relax.
I'm for real, save you the embarrassment. Like, for real, like, bruh.
You got to chill. And so the guy that created the original logo, he heard about it and he had no quarrels with it. So Brianna, I want to ask you, you know, what you think of Kyrie's suggestion of making Kobe the new logo for the NBA.
I mean, when I first heard about it, it was, you know, they was fans was like petitioning about it, you know, weeks after he passed. So
yeah, there was one petition. Let me cut you off. There was one that they mentioned. It had over a million signatures for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
About 13 million, something like that. I read.
Yeah. So like and they did discuss this on like Hot Take and I mean not Hot Take, The Jump and all them. So it's like actually yeah, they did on First Take. So
about to say, what's up?
Sorry, First Take. Yeah. I'm thinking about something else. Yeah.
I got you.
First Take and The Jump. So I don't know, like it was a topic of the conversation back, a couple weeks ago. So I don't know. Like really, part of me is like I'm down. Like it's cool to do it. I'm just thinking about cause like of course people gonna say like why Kobe, and then like even though cause yeah he was an iconic figure, and also too it's definitely sad that he passed, and but there
Right.
was other iconic NBA players that died for him. If you
Yes,
mention
sir.
like Wilt Chamberlain or
Mhm.
things like that, but nothing as tragic. Well, Kobe's tragic death is like similar to that German player that died in an accident from the Nets. I forgot his name. He died in a car accident.
Petrovic.
Yeah, yeah, something like
See, I didn't know much about him, but couple times I've been on Mitchell and Ness's site. I've seen his jersey on there, so I
yeah,
never knew who he was. Okay.
yeah. Cause was he a rookie or he was a yeah? Cause he was like just about to become like a big star until he had that tragic death.
Kind of like
So
Reggie
like
Lewis.
yeah, right, like Rich Lewis, rest in peace.
It's a
Yep,
piece of Reggie
yep,
Lewis,
yep,
Baltimore.
yep. So like definitely I don't know, like part of me is down to do it, and then part of me is like cuz yeah, we still have Jordan, we still have Bird, we still have Magic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Bill Russell and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
like I mean, part of me is like I'm kind of I mean, I'm not complaining. It's if they do it, then do it cool. If not, I'm still ain't tripping. I ain't, yeah. But as far as the honor Kobe, I'm just real curious to see what they're gonna do with the statue.
Yeah.
But I heard they're gonna do two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one that like they did with the jersey, one with the 8 and one with the 24. So it's like,
Mm.
and also too, it'd be cool if like they also to pay homage to Gigi and like I don't know, cause they did that with the jersey where they got his jersey up and kind of her jersey up there too. So yeah, so we'll see. I mean, it's evil. It's if it happens, it happens. If not, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. If it happens, it will be interesting because that just, it's like another Laker person,
Yeah.
they're gonna show you like the Lakers got them dudes, man, Um,
hmm
and I'm not being biased because I'm a Laker fan, but we're
I
Laker
am too. Yeah, we all. Yeah, yeah.
fans.
But I will say if they did do the design, maybe I saw like a couple they like the fadeaway one or the drive-in one, him driving into the basket. It's like the driving one is like kind of like similar to the
Kind of
Jerry
similar to
West,
Jerry West's. Yeah.
but the only difference is that he slouched a little down, and also his leg is like his feet is like kicked up. One of his feet is kicked up on the side or something like that because he's driving
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
basket. So yeah, and then also the basketball too. He had the basketball lowered to like the drive to So it's
Gotcha.
whatever. It's what it's yeah.
The fadeaway one would be interesting. I kind of wouldn't feel that one personally because when it comes to fadeaways, me personally,
Jordan.
no, not even Jordan. To me, Dirk has the best fadeaway
Oh yeah, yeah.
because Dirk is like 7 feet,
hmm
and you can't test it because he goes so far back, and
And he kicked that leg up. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
you can't guard that.
yeah, he can't.
Him him and KD's is up there too.
Yeah, KD too. Yeah,
You know what I mean? So um as far as the logo situation goes, I would say out of most, because those are good names. And I agree with those names as far as Bill Russell and Magic Johnson. I mean, Bill Russell, like they said, man, he had it rough. He was fighting the Lakers and racism at the same time.
shout out to little brother.
Shout out
That
to
was
little brother.
that's hilarious. Hilarious.
um, um, Kareem would be dope. Just imagine that sky hook as the logo. That would be kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
but that's crazy.
Um,
Like, it's for him. Well, he still is the leading. Yeah, he still is the leading scorer in the league. So like
ever? Like
all
period?
time. Yeah, all time. Yeah, yeah.
I
So
thought
it's like
Jordan would have that. Wow.
Jordan was number 4 or 5, and
But I
Kobe
say he
and
got to be top 5 at least.
yeah, but Kobe and LeBron already surpassed them.
Ah. Mm.
So now you got Kareem. So for some strange reason, I didn't know this. I thought Karl Malone, he's like number 2.
No, okay.
Yeah, that right. So it's like, and then you got LeBron, and then now Kobe, and then Kobe. What was it? I'm missing someone. I think I'm missing someone. I think I am missing Bill Russell. But yeah, but
I can see Russell being up there, definitely.
yeah, but
Yeah, as far as like the logo situation, uh Kobe would make sense to me because, well, Jordan got his own brand.
mm-hmm.
Why be the logo when you already got your own little situation, you know, already established? You know, and your logo is like on not only your own sneaker, own brand of sneakers, but you know, different colleges where, you know, your logo was on different college jerseys and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So was no point of Jordan being the logo.
Right.
um, I could see Magic because
Mm-hmm.
Magic, you know, before there was a LeBron, he was the guy that was he could play all 5 positions.
Yeah.
And that Showtime era was one of the best eras in basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, he really spearheaded that, and everybody knows about that Magic versus Bird rivalry. Like it's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like I it kind of sucks in a sense because of the fact that there have been rivalries the times we've been watching basketball, we've talked about it, but it don't it don't linger. You feel me? Like when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to football, people know about Cowboys and Redskins. People know about Ravens and Steelers. People know about, you know, uh 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 Packers and Vikings or Packers and Bears, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, there's different rivalries when it comes to like basketball. It's like they're kind of short lived. It all depends on who was on the roster of these teams at the time and what era it was happening, things of that nature. You
Mm-hmm.
know, one of the oldest ones is Lakers Celtics. At the same time, you could say there was a since the Lakers, excuse me, the Bulls and Jazz faced each other a couple times in the play in the finals. You could say that that's a rivalry in a sense. At one point in time, Heat and Knicks had a rivalry. We all know that fight. We all remember Van Gundy hanging on Larry Johnson's ankle for dear life,
Yeah.
and
That
his
was
comb over
crazy.
was all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not like the last type of rivalries that I remember watching was maybe Heat and Celtics. Um, you know, so um, but but yeah, I could see Magic as the logo. Bill Russell because Bill Russell player coach, and he's a
Mm-hmm.
brother doing that at a,
And
at a,
that and
in a certain.
during that time period, that was crazy. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
big. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So um, but with Kobe, I feel like if they did it, will partially be out of sympathy, which I'm not mad at,
Yeah. I'm
because
not
at the
mad
same
either.
time, he, you know, he was a dope player. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
personally wasn't the biggest Kobe fan. I've said this before. At one point in time, I think he was good. I think he was a dope player.
Mm-hmm.
He gave the casual fans of basketball what they wanted, and the true fans in the sense of I remember before he came in the league, and it's always the media that does this. That's trying to, who's the next this, who's the next that.
Mm-hmm.
With anything. And it seemed like with basketball, they was trying to find the hardest time to pinpoint, like, who's the next Jordan. And it just so happens that Kobe just had the skills and loved Jordan so much that, and he even talked to Jordan, and he patterned his style of game to, like Jordan, but it was the Mamba mentality. He had a different mentality in a sense.
Yeah.
So, but as I got older and I got to watch him play more, I respected him more as a player. And then when he retired and he was doing different things outside of basketball, I respected him more as a person. But I think in that time frame when he was still in the league and there was no Shaq, that he had to have a whole mentality and be super competitive. And the fact that he was that, he was that much of a monster on the court, that when he retired and when you saw him in interviews, he was all smiles and he was real chill. It was like, man, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like a 180, or it's just a certain switch that he just turns on and off, But I wouldn't be against it if they made Kobe the logo, to be honest with you. So I mean, let's see what Adam Silver says about it, because Adam Silver seems like a pretty cool guy to me. He's he's been doing a pretty good job as commissioner. I tell you what, the times I've seen him do the drafts, he don't get booed like how old boy was.
Oh, dang, it was Stern. Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, I can see it happening. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm pretty sure other people will find ways to celebrate the legacy of Kobe for real. So yeah.
Yo, I just I was on just Twitter just popped up. Yo, why Kevin Durant is beefing with Cash Doll over who's the real true KD.
Okay, moving on. So Wandavision. Okay, last week we weren't here. We didn't record, so we didn't get a chance to talk about episode 7. So this time we're going to talk about episode 7 and episode 8. We're going to try our best not to spoil nothing for you. For the people that's watching. We're going to try our best not to Tekashi it. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of rappers, welcome home Bobby Shmurda. You know what I'm saying? The memes with the hat, fam. The Thor one?
Yo, why you saying British that time?
I did.
Yeah. Yo, you sound so
watching
British.
Top Boy. What you want me to do? Huh?
Yo, you did sound so British. I was like, whoa.
You get me?
You did sound British as hell. Like, yo, bro, what the hell's in that tea? Like,
come on, bro. You know me, bro.
What you got that English breakfast tea? Going. You got the English breakfast tea going. What's your crippets?
It's green, baby. It's
What's
green,
your you got crippets in there too?
I just had a protein bars and fruit, no crippets.
Oh wow.
Shout out to Tasty Cakes, butterscotch crippets. They're good. I like those.
Yeah, but the
Thor one was crazy. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah.
I want to see what type of songs he's going to come out with.
Just get your idea. Don't act up like you did with the 6ix9ine. He's still acting up, and even though he got out of jail. And
I saw a article. I didn't read it, but I think Shmurda had some words about 6ix9ine.
Yeah, so it's like, for real, get your act together, bro.
Please. Please. I'm not expecting you to be like my son, but get it together.
Shout out to my son. He's dope.
Shout out to my bro, it's so crazy because, and then we're gonna get back into the whole shit. So I was just thinking, I was like, you know how when you listen to rap
Mm-hmm.
and like every now and then somebody might have um a couple opening lines that just
Mm-hmm.
whoa. And I remember hearing my song on the first Rough Riders compilation because there was a bunch of dudes on the track.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of them I've never heard of. Excuse me. And my song just hops on in the middle of the track. He's like, my song, lefty, gun up in the right palm, popping niggas in they sleep till they die calm. I was like, whoa, who is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. You know, and then not long after that, niggas locked up. I'm like, God damn it. But
Yeah.
when he got out a few years ago, you could tell he changed
Yeah. It
and you
changed.
heard
Yeah.
the change in his music.
Yeah.
So he's more about uplifting people and things of that nature. So, you know, shout out to my son, man. You know what I mean? He you know, he's really doing his thing out here. You know, him and Saigon's the same way. You know, so salute to those guys. You know,
Yeah.
check out their music if you have never heard of these guys. So yeah, WandaVision, episode 7, episode 8. Um, we can talk about events in both episodes, excuse me. So go ahead, let me know how you feel and what you think might happen in the season finale, which I would love to be an hour long. Or
Yeah.
give me
Cause
90 minutes.
yeah, because somebody lied online saying that the last 3 was going to be like an hour long, or that Kevin Feige said that, and someone's going to get beat down, like for real, like for real. But they did. I think I did hear like I think the last episode is going to be longer. Probably it makes sense though, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But
To me, it does. I can see that. Because
yeah,
I feel like that last episode, to me, I feel like the last episode
but fast.
is going to, no, well, excuse me, let me rephrase. Not last episode like the last one, but more so episode 9,
Mm-hmm.
season finale. I feel like that's going to leave hints of what's going to happen in the Doctor Strange film.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he pops up.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, and
It would make sense.
yeah, it does. I mean, perfect sense, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, because
But
she's in it and Spider-Man is in it,
mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, but episode 7, definitely it was a good episode, and I like to say they did a great job on the origin story of Monica Rambeau, and also they just did a good job on that, and also too a good job on explaining Agnes. So yeah, definitely good job on both those parts, and also like I love the Martin family office parody. I mean homage and parody. So like yeah, and I will say it again. I don't care. Um, Monica is Tiana Paris is thick, and so is Kat Dennings Darcy. Yeah.
yeah,
Someone did a meme. Someone got a meme. I don't know if you saw the meme. They were like, "Yeah, we only watching WandaVision because of the plot," and then the plot is a picture of them two, Darcy and Monica, and they say like the
the
plot
plot
thickens.
thickens.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah,
I
yeah,
want that T-shirt.
yeah, yeah.
That'd be a dope T-shirt.
But yeah, yeah. But yeah, I definitely like they had like some Truman Show reference on the episode
I've
7. I
been
thought that was
singing that, yo.
yeah. They've been
I've
saying it
been,
for a minute. Yeah,
yeah, I've been
they've been
saying
on
that
it for a
for a
minute.
minute, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I do like the French the chemistry with Vision and Darcy they had. That was cool. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just like yeah. Now definitely, like I said, I loved how they when they show up Monica and how she got her you know becomes who she is through
Yes.
that wall. That was dope too.
That was crazy, right?
And people was people was upset that her engineering friend everybody was saying it was going to be Reed Richards or
People thought it was either Reed Richards or they thought it was Beast or they thought
yeah,
it was going to be Blue Marvel.
Yeah, Blue Marvel. Even someone said that it was going to be Riri. I was like, nah, but
Who?
Riri Ironheart.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy too.
I didn't
So
know that the actress of Riri was in Judas and the Black Messiah.
yeah.
Didn't know that. Shout out to her.
Yeah, and she killed it. Shout out to Dominique Dawn. She killed that. Yeah. But episode 7 was cool, and like I said, a good, interesting on Agnes, and they did a good job, especially on the latest episode on her backstory. Still trying to learn more about like what's the fake Pedro is, and there's a couple of rumors. Pedro on that, and I think the last one was definitely a very emotional, like episode, because like it definitely like I mean you knew Wanda was going through it, but like yeah, it definitely they did a good job on explaining.
They broke it down, man.
Yeah, they broke it down on how pretty much her childhood, and also too when the reason after when Vision died and things of that nature, and then we pick up some clues on we thought it was one way, but found out come out as another way, and that on the post credit with Haywood and what he trying to do, and that's gonna be crazy. And I didn't know
That's
much
going
of,
to be crazy. I
and I ain't know they did that in the comics. That part of Vision. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know about it neither. I was like, let me see what this is about.
Yeah. So I'm definitely actually I think they did a good job because everybody was because they was like before the episode 8 came on, like there was 2 episodes left, so it's like you thought that like they were gonna continue. This one it was like this was more of a it wasn't like people ain't gonna they're gonna say like it wasn't the best. I mean, it was the best as far as like the acting and like the story, the emotional like story around it. But as far as how 7 like it builds you up and like oh dang people singing extra all along or what I'm saying, and they thought that this one the episode 8 was going to get bigger, but I mean more intense, but it didn't. It kind of died down and like it kind of like took it like saving it for the last episode. You know, this episode, but let's just talk about how like we were still curious like how they wanted to do it and all that stuff, and you just feel for her more because it's gonna like it was like definitely an emotional mental breakdown she was going through. So yeah. So,
yeah, man. Thoroughly enjoyed those episodes. Like you said, in 7, yes, you know, yes, plot did thinking, yes.
mm-hmm.
I can see Tiana Paris being the new geek boy crush for a lot of the young blurs out there, a lot of the
I was ready
blurs
to
out
say she been me
there. I mean, yeah, true.
yeah.
We know about Tiana Paris. I know the shorty since what's the movie?
Dear white people or
Dear
Chirac.
White People.
I ain't
Dear White People.
yeah.
And she was on the show on Stars.
Survivor's Remorse that LeBron James. I ain't watch it, but yeah, she was in Mad.
I watched a little bit of it, but
She
it
was
did
in
kind of
Mad.
make me
She
look
was
at
in
some.
Mad Men. I ain't know that, but
I
she
kind of
was.
vaguely heard she was on there.
Yeah,
But
that was like one of her first roles that she, yeah.
yeah.
So,
So
but she got the Candyman coming out. She's in that one, and
she is in Candyman.
yeah, and what else? And also too, yeah, Captain Marvel too. So looking
Oh yeah,
forward.
that makes sense. Total sense. I did love the fact that she got her powers.
Oh damn!
You know,
And is she gonna be working back with the I'm sorry, the director Nina DaCosta? She directed the Candyman reboot, and she's gonna work with her again with Tiana on the Captain Marvel because she's gonna be directing Captain Marvel too. Like damn,
there
I
it
didn't think
is.
about it. Yep.
There it is. Um, and so um, as far as Agnes goes, I think if you're watching the show from the jump, you're probably like, what is she up to?
Yeah.
I've always, because there was point in times where people were saying, because it's so crazy to me how you, after you watch the show, there's so many videos to deal with the Easter eggs, or videos or articles to deal with theories, and they feel like this is going to happen. That Scarlet is going to be a villain, and that's going to lead into this, and so and so. And it was like, and I kind of got so caught up in stuff like that that I kind of kept my eye off the ball. And then next thing you know, this pops up with her, with Agnes, and I'm like, I should have went back to that. It makes sense, you know. And
yeah, it definitely makes the first episodes make sense too if you like watch it again and
go
like
back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
And so, because I was just like, why she just keep popping up like that? Why she always in a business? And it was like, granted, you've always had those type of neighbors in those shows. Like, you know, when you watch Full House, Shorty Wop, she was like the freeloader.
Yeah.
Living single, Maxine Shaw, freeloader.
Freeloader.
Stuff like that. But it was like she wasn't a freeloading type. She was just there, just in their business.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, when certain people kind of in your business like that, they kind of want to know something. They trying to figure you, and it's like, okay, that makes sense.
And I
Because
know
even like that.
I'm sorry, like I said, I know they're gonna definitely. I hope they are gonna talk about it in the last episode. Like, what's her, like, how did she get involved in the like how did she like the whole, how she, New Jersey, and how she knew about what Wanda's, things of that nature. So like, yeah. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no. And so
she know.
Yeah. When you brought up, like, the older episodes, when I found out about Agatha, oh shit. We bringing it back to hip hop. Cause I got friends, and that's a fact, like Agnes, Agatha, Jermaine, and Jack. Biz Markie knew all along. What the fuck? Salute to Biz Markie, get better.
Yeah, that moment is like, it was, you had your what type of moment was that? It was like you had your who was that? Oh damn, I'm trying to think there, because that was like, you just picked it up. No, it was like some like detective type stuff like you just did right there. It was like you just like, it was like
I was on my Thelma Jinkies.
Like you picked up, like it was like the 6 degrees of
the
it's like it's like that 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon type stuff. Like, oh wait a minute. It was like yeah. It was like kind of like an Ace Ventura. Finkel, it's iron. It's like yeah. Definitely just kind of did right there. It was like straight up like Sherlock to the next level, like for real, hip hop wise. Oh my goodness. Agnes, I need the Jack. Like, okay. Yeah, shout out to Biz Markie. Hope you're feeling better, man.
But yeah, the episode when they had the talent show, and Oral were hosting it, and it was like, we got to do such and such for the children, and the whole crowd was like, for the children, and I was like, what kind of cult shit is that?
Yeah, I was looking at that. I remember that too. Yeah.
And so that made me think, because I was talking to one of the homies about it too, and he was like, yeah, she probably had a hand in that too.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
And it was like, and so now stuff is starting to it's starting to click now.
Yeah,
at
especially
the same time,
on the other side with Sword, when you like the first couple episodes with Wu and was trying to get Wanda's attention through the radio, and like Darcy watching it the whole time while we was watching it. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't notice that until like the fifth episode, fifth episode when she came into the picture, that she was watching it with us. So yeah, that's like something like that.
Yeah,
shit that was like, yeah, like damn.
Yeah.
So like damn. So
and so with going into episode 8, I love how episode 8 kind of broke down exactly what the deal was
Yeah,
with
but
Wanda and how
they
she.
still like, yeah, but we still trying to figure what's Agnes' agenda, pretty much still like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
she just want to get into her Wanda's psyche and ask like how she did it and like,
Right. It's still
yeah,
how
you
she
know,
did it.
yeah,
She did,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
and
You
that's
want to know
crazy
more.
too that she well shoot, this is spoiler alert, but I don't care that she created Wanda, you know, created Vision on her magic, that you know the vision that you know she that was her doing, and also like, well, shoot, well, I might as well, I don't care. Hayward, you know, said that you know she took the body, but come to find out she didn't. I'm like, damn, and he's using
If
it.
you're having fast forward now, please.
Yeah, man. Y'all should be watching that joint already. Let me start.
Be like, if you're blurred, you real about this nerve shit, this
I
geek
know
shit,
for real.
nigga, you should be watching this shit.
Just nod your head and agree. Yeah, you right. But yeah, but like it's crazy. Like you know, all this time, you're like yeah, and it's like you still feel for Wanda because like yeah, because I mean I knew from the jump that you know this was like all like a big old mental crisis she was going to after you know
Yes.
Endgame and Infinity War. So it's like yeah, so you
I
know.
mean, yeah, they broke it down like, yo, your parents, your twin brother, and the man you love.
Mm,
Well, not even the man, the cyborg you love.
but
You know,
he respected you and treated you like he was a man. So
ah. But
step your game up. You let an Android step it up. See, that's what happens. That's why we can't rely on cell phones. You stop. And then that technology's taking over. See?
you don't want to be like Joaquin Phoenix in that one movie.
Uh, yo, I try to.
Have you watched it all the way?
Yeah, I did, and like I'm a huge Spike Jones fan. I mean, I thought it was a
Weird
interesting.
dude, but his stuff is good.
Yeah, yeah, but like you know, the concept was cool, but it just gotten like too. It was some parts I was like, okay, but I understand where they was going with it though. It was like pretty much how
Yeah,
we like with
yeah,
our obsession with technology and
yeah,
how you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, I understand where it was going,
It
but it
was
was
great.
like
It was
part of me
great.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was saying to myself too, like, damn, I hope I ain't that won't be that desperate. Hopefully, you know, like, damn. So like, yeah, but it was okay. Her, but
Okay, it was called her. I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
sure. It's
yeah.
been a minute since I've seen it, but I was geeking off of it. Like, man, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, when they broke down that, and I was thinking too, like, yo, the kids though, like, is that Wanda or is that? But
That's another thing too, and also too, what's crazy. Remember, that episode what was that episode 4? Oh crap, something was in my eye. Sorry.
oh,
Um, you remember on episode 4 when Darcy and Wu when they try to figure out what was going on, and you know when they had the pictures of all the residents of who was missing and all that stuff, and they had like
yeah.
that the ID. They didn't have one for Agnes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't have Agnes in there. So that was
Mm,
pretty. So
got you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. Can't wait for the finale.
hmm
Because this is only just it's just the one season and that's it, right?
I mean, it's a mini series. I mean, and people are like, that's not thing too. People are complaining they want another season, but it's like, yo, I don't
No,
think they
it's
was.
so it's a mini. Yeah, I think I heard it's like
Yeah,
a mini series, like a limited series, whatever.
yeah, that's why they made it. That's why it is like 6 to 9 episodes. So it's like WandaVision gonna be 9, while the next one, Falcon and Winter Soldier, is gonna be 6 episodes. So it's like,
Got you.
you, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they was really trying to,
Yo,
you know. do that.
And that's why I feel like, okay, if this is going to be the series finale, whatever you want to call it, make it a movie, make it 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Just put everything out there, yo. Story wise on point, action on point, makes sense. The way it ends, have a little end credit scene, and then just get
Yeah,
your
and then
mouth
now they
watering and
finally
ready for Doctor Strange. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, now they finally put a post credit like doing episode 7. Like, oh my goodness.
Right.
Yeah.
And so yeah, man. The season finale is Friday. So you got what, a good 6 days. If you haven't watched it, you got a good 6 days to play catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the episodes ain't even that long. You could probably knock it out maybe within a day if you haven't watched Wandavision yet.
Pretty much.
And then go back and then go and also watch the little Easter egg joints.
Mm-hmm.
Easter egg videos and theories and stuff like that that's been going on. And, you know, I'm a big, I need to make more time to read, but, I do love to read. So it's like, man, check out them comics, bro. If I'm pretty sure there have been some people that kind of like suggested some comics to read to kind of get you in the mind frame of what to expect to get into it. And if you like merch, they got they got Wandavision merch at Hot Topic. Cut the check because we shop there a lot.
Yeah, shout out to Hot Topic.
Shout out to Hot Topic. Also, be on the lookout because I showed it to Breon and I got a very interesting answer. Be on the lookout for the Monica Rambeau Funko Pop. I meant to respond to that.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel you. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at all, brother.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking forward to see the cosplay. Like I'm looking forward to see like a Cutie Pie Sensei cosplay. What's up?
Shout out to Cutie Pie Sensei.
Yeah, her or CC the Geek. Shout out to her too.
CC the Geek.
Shout out to also to another one following too. Well, a couple I follow. Tierra Bree.
Okay.
Shout out to Unique Sawyer. I think I said it right. Unique Sawyer. She doing and also too from Texas. Her name is K Black. Yeah. Kai Black.
Shout out to them.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to like to see the cosplay with not just with the just the moniker in the outfit, like not just from when she had the sword outfit on episode 7, and also but that's kind of like a resemblance to the Photon suit a little bit, if you look at it. But also too, it'd be cool if like they do like when she was like the early episodes when she had the sword, like shirt, and like it was like the army fatigue type of thing.
Yeah.
And also too when she was like in the show when she was the 70s and the 50s one.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking forward to see it. I have seen some cosplay on that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. I know one that I've been following. She do a lot of Spider-Man stuff, but shout out to Chris Crossplay. Like I said, she does a lot of Spider-Man. She did a dope Raven one when Raven was in her white outfit, Teen Titans. She actually did a female version of the main character from Soul. That's another good movie, Soul. Like I think like that weekend after it premiered on Disney Plus, she came when I was like, well, that was fast. But awesome. And but yeah, shout out to all the cosplayers. One day I'll have the I'll be brave enough to cosplay as someone. Can't think of too much of a bald-headed person, but
hey, do what you gotta do, man.
We'll see. I'm not going to wear no man weave. just
I
for
mean,
some watch party.
I ain't say that. I'm just saying, like, yo, bro.
You got some people that go the distance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you ain't gonna catch me with no dreadlock wig trying to be bishop or nothing like that. You know, but we'll see what I can do. I could maybe pull off Jet from Cowboy Bebop, but we'll see.
Hey, I'm down. If for you be Jet, I be Spike, and I just I grow the. I was thinking about doing that. Actually, I was like I was thinking about like
you want to do the King Beta one?
Huh?
You want to do the King Beta one?
Yeah. Shout out to King Beta. Yeah.
Salute to King Beta.
And I found the beat. I found that beat too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, this happened I forgot how long ago it was, but some band, I forgot the name of the band, got together. They got the original singer for the end song, Real Folk Blues. They got two people to do it. They got, when the band to do the music for it, to pretty much redo it. And when they redid it, they got certain I won't say nerdcore MC, but you got a couple of nerdcore MCs, and they had the original voice of Jet for the dub version, who was actually a brother. He said a little something on there, like a little, said a little something in character as Jet. Substantial. If you're a New Jabees fan, he's worked with Substantial has worked with him over the years.
He's from the DMV. Shout out.
He's from the DMV. Shout out to Substantial.
I think he lives in Baltimore. Yeah, he does live in Baltimore.
He lives in Baltimore? I thought he lived in PG somewhere.
Okay, you're right. My fault. I think he worked. I think he got a job here. I don't know.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I think he got a job in Baltimore.
Salute to him.
I follow him, and I follow him like that. So.
Yeah, and dude's still dope, man. Mega Ran from Philly. Shout out to Mega Ran. And there might have been another MC. Can't think of the name, but it ends with Steve Blum, who's the voice of Spike.
Spike.
And he's also the voice of, I forgot the name of the cyborg character from Toonami, but and a bunch of other. He was in a Logic video. He played the boss for the Logic Marshmallow joint. Yeah, and pretty much when you hear his voice, you know it's him.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I want to say he's also Mugen from Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, he is. I think he is. Yeah.
So you heard the voice. You know what time it is when you hear that man. So and then the ill part with Cowboy Bebop is show, especially at Hot Topic. Anytime you're on their site, Hot Topic site, and you click on a dope Hot Topic shirt, gone.
Yeah, no, right.
Sells like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's popular, and I'm like, all right, if they ever do the same thing with Samurai Champloo, please sell. Well, no, don't sell out because I want the shit. But if they ever come out with the Funko Pops from Samurai Champloo, run that. We ante up in you niggas.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, let's keep it Marvel, man.
Yeah, keep it Marvel.
You got any updates on Spider-Man 3? I see the new title, right?
Yeah, they dropped the new title. No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way From Home. Definitely I think it definitely deals with the multiverse. Just the way the title and
I'm wondering how he's going to get around in the multiverse.
I guess they're going to explain that when that comes out
comes first. Doctor Strange or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man come out on Christmas.
Spider-Man comes out first. Okay.
So hopefully, maybe we'll find out in the last episode of WandaVision how that
Yeah.
So we'll see. But definitely that's the new title. And Tom Holland said that, because he's gonna take a break because he's for the past couple of years now he's he did Spider-Man, the Avengers, and also he done like maybe a couple of like side projects. So he got Chartered,
Uncharted.
Uncharted, and
I'm curious how that's gonna turn out because when I found out he was playing Nathan Drake, as I played the games,
mm,
very dope games. He's
hmm
definitely the younger generation Indiana Jones.
yeah,
Um, I was like, I couldn't see it. I felt like he was too young.
hmm
I've always pictured Nathan Drake like somebody in a 30s, like early 30s,
hmm
but we'll see how it goes. And I'm curious to see what Mark Wahlberg looked like as Sully.
mm.
But yeah, because I think that's this summer, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And
I haven't seen no trailer for it yet.
yet, but well, shoot, they questionable about a lot of these films now. So like we'll
Mhm.
see. But definitely yeah, because like he said he's gonna take a break at Spider-Man for like a while, and also too, it's a room. He said that it's a rumor that Marvel and Sony might reach a new deal where they're gonna like find a way to still keep Spider-Man on for both parties. He's gonna this is definitely gonna be the last of Marvel's the trilogy thing when Spider-Man 3, but like
Yeah.
but still find a way. They're gonna reach a deal where they're gonna still, MCU can still have him to appear in like other like especially at the Avengers or probably like he supposed to be the first deal was that finish the MCU trilogy
Mm.
and then he will make an appearance on another like someone's film. So everybody's saying that he might be in Captain Marvel. He might they said now Doctor Strange. So
I can definitely see him in the near future in the Fantastic Four film.
hmm
Because in the comics, they had a real close bond.
Yeah, same thing with the Deadpool.
That would be crazy because I read a few issues of that Deadpool Spidey
hmm
team up back in 2016, twenty
Yeah,
fifteen,
yeah,
because they did the paid in full cover.
right. So yeah. So you got that, and also too. Speaking of Deadpool, Kevin Feige he made the announcement a couple days ago that Deadpool 3 is going to be the only rated R film in MCU, and
That's right.
Everybody's upset because they want Blade to be the another rated R film. So
Well, he said that's going to be the only one or just the first
mm,
one?
the only.
The only.
hmm
Um, it would be interesting if Blade was rated R because of blood, gore,
Yeah,
stuff
I mean
like
that's fine. Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Have some cuts in.
yeah.
So, but um, first of all, happy 30th anniversary to Deadpool.
Mm,
A lot of dope pops that's out for that. Um, but I mean, I guess Feige kind of looked at it like, hey man, it worked for the first two. That it was rated R and it was great. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We saw that,
mm,
even when we, knocked it down and made it um PG. It was either they did PG or PG-13, like, and they put it out in
mm,
theaters and it did well. It was like, all right, yeah. So I guess he didn't want it to get too carried away. I guess I don't know, but it would make sense for Blade to be uh rated R. But man, we have no say so in this stuff, so it is what it is. But I still think it's going to be no matter what they put out, man, it's going to be quality stuff for the
mm,
most part.
yeah.
So yeah, any other updates with No Way Home, or it was just the title and that's it?
Yeah, this title, I mean, they still like, they Zendaya, Tom Holland, and Jacob. I forgot his last name that plays Ned. They both like was trolling folks, on the title. It was like first they all was on each other's IG pages saying that the title is gonna be Spider-Man Phone Home or Spider-Man Home Slice. They all had like a different like title, Home Wrecker, until they finally revealed what the real one was. And then all of a sudden each one of them also had
They
like
should have did
stills.
Spider-Man Home Alone with Tom Holland, like,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. So also too like each one of them had like their own like behind this like special stills, first look stills, photos of the film. But if you look at the trailer that when they announced the reveal of the new the title, the real title, and they had a drawing board as they walked past, and they had all the other like names, like they did have Home Alone and things of that nature, and but they had like certain clues on there too, on like they had like a little hexagon, and things of
Yeah,
that nature. So yeah, so that's why definitely still believe that it's still with the multiverse, and those two the rumors that we've been hearing, and who's going to be in it and things of that nature.
yeah.
So
And then also they said homeboy that plays his best friend, he might possibly
yeah,
be
yeah, that guy, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So
you
yeah,
know.
so definitely yeah, this Christmas. So we'll see how that goes.
Wait, what's this Christmas?
It comes out this Christmas.
It does?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
They can't bump it up to December 18th?
I mean, they probably around that. That probably will be the
I'm
date.
just asking,
I'm just saying. Most time when they say this
I know. I'm
Christmas,
just saying,
yeah.
Titanic came out on my birthday. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think a couple of Bond movies came out of my or one came out of my birthday. What else came out? The last Star Wars joint came out of my birthday.
Mm-hmm. Two of
Uh,
them, Force
yeah, two
Awakens
of them.
and yeah, Force. Actually, all of them did. They Force Awakens, The
I
Last
think they're
Jedi.
all weren't they all Christmas movies?
Yeah, they all came around like your birthday. Yeah,
So
yep.
is Star Wars considered a Christmas movie? It's a
Yeah.
Christian thing. There's some Christian stuff in there now. And we consider Die Hard a holiday, a Christmas movie, damn it.
Well, Die Hard really did took place in Christmas.
Yo,
So
it was a Christmas party. Who was it? It was on Jamel Hill's podcast. Her and Kenan Thompson was talking about that.
mm-hmm.
And it was like, I think Jamel don't think it should be a Christmas. It should be considered a Christmas movie. Because she was like, it took place in LA. It was warm out. It didn't look Christmassy enough, or something crazy.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
like, man, I will still watch Die Hard on Christmas, and
Yeah,
then
I
watch
know.
Christmas Story because I love a Christmas story.
I don't know if you saw the picture I post. It was like yeah, on Facebook. I was at the market and I ran into they had like it was like the 25th or 30th anniversary, and then the cover was like a Christmas wrapping type. So I was like, all right, if
For
anybody
Die
said
Hard,
that, yeah. So I
yeah.
was like, yeah, anybody said that it's not a Christmas movie, hey, look at the cover. This cover was
I
like,
bought I bought a Target exclusive Funko shirt and pop combo, and I think the packaging was like a Christmas present
mm-hmm.
or whatever. And then on the front you saw how the shirt looked, how it's him, swinging through the joint, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, yeah, bad.
Yeah,
So yeah, as far as Tom Holland taking a break, I mean it's well deserved.
yeah.
He's been playing that since 2016, 2017. He was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
he about to be 25, he grown man now. So I mean, yeah, let him chill for a minute, let him enjoy life, and then he can get back into uh, you know, and then also he probably don't want to be pigeonholed and looked at as Spider-Man. I guess that's why Nathan Drake, that transition.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
a dope transition to go from, you know, a big superhero to a big name in the video game realm. You
I
know,
mean, yeah, I mean, he's been like
he's been in other movies, yes.
yeah, stuff that he's trying to
Yeah.
it's like
More
most some
dramatic, serious stuff.
yeah, and very mature stuff. So it's like
Yeah,
so
yeah.
expanded. And also you got that sci-fi joint, Chaos Walking with him and
Oh, he's in that.
yeah,
Okay.
him and Desi Riley, and then Cherry, the movie that's out now that's like based on a true story about this. It was a book, and also it was based on a true story about this guy. He was addicted to opioid. So
Opioids.
yeah,
Cool.
but yeah, but Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that's the next
Look,
one.
keeping it Marvel.
So yeah, but so you got like a week break from the last episode of WandaVision come out, and then like a kind of like a little week because it come out the 19th. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Isn't that longer?
Huh?
You said a week. In a couple weeks?
Yeah. So like I said, you got like maybe a little break
Yeah,
between the
yeah, you got
last
about a
episode.
couple weeks. Yeah,
Yeah, you got to look. Yeah, you got like a break between WandaVision that comes out this Friday, and then all of a sudden you got just the next one, Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I'm looking forward to that definitely.
Yes. Yes, I believe my mom is looking forward to it. I think we're gonna try to watch that together. Check that out a little bit.
Yeah, so you got Loki series. They finally announced the release date. That's going to be June 11th.
All right.
And
That's gonna be interesting as well. Yeah.
yeah, and I love, like I said, like each show is like got their own style, and it's like what I'm saying, with WandaVision, you had the sitcom homage and parody, and then like, and also too, it dealt with supernatural with the magic, and also too, you had like your fun with Jimmy Woo, Darcy, and Monica when they was like, trying to investigate what's happening. They had like a little X-Files type of thing going. So like, and then when you got the Falcon Winter Soldier, like all the Captain America films, it was like a political like thriller, like especially
Like
with
a
Winter Soldier.
political
Yeah,
spy thriller,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, like the enemy of the states, something
yeah.
like that.
Especially with Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier, that was definitely like
That was good, man.
yeah. So like Civil War had that thing, but it was more like a Avengers 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's like the more I watch these MCU films,
mhm.
the more I get surprised when I see certain actors in them. So when I saw Winter Soldier and I saw Robert Redford was in, I was like, wow,
Mhm.
you got Robert Redford. It's just certain names that you wouldn't think would be
Mhm.
in these type of like in Guardians of the Galaxy. Glenn Close was in Guardians of the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought it was good casting when they had Kurt Russell as the dad. So yeah.
that was it as Ego, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that was great. And
yeah,
then and also
even with the
Sylvester
right
Stallone, he was in it. So yeah,
and like the first Iron Man, you had Bridges,
Jeff Bridges. Yep.
you know, and it was just like what, and you didn't because you didn't see him in nothing in a while. At least I
Yeah.
did.
Same thing with Mickey Rooney. When that's during that time when he did Iron Man 2, he was
Mickey
nominated
Rourke.
for work. I'm sorry, I said Mickey Rooney. Sorry, that's no, sorry, that's old time. Sorry, Mickey Rourke. Sorry. Yeah.
Big
Sorry.
gap.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. But no. Yeah. When he at the time when like he was nominated for the wrestler and he got like a little a comeback, from Hollywood from that, and all of a sudden, they started,
That was a good movie.
of her. Yeah.
They
So
were
like
working
yeah.
on it because WWE bought the rights to it after it came out.
Mm-hmm.
So they were trying to do I want to say a prequel
Mm,
of what he was when he was younger.
gotcha.
Because you saw him like past his prime
Yeah,
in the joint,
yeah.
you know, and the theory is in the end, he apparently died.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when he got like the attention, especially because he was, nominated for an Oscar, and then all of a sudden he got the part to play Whiplash on Iron Man
Whiplash,
2,
yeah.
on Iron Man 2. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing how when they especially with Marvel, with like, of course you have the hot current actors, but also too they bring back like all these, these actors that was, definitely, I mean, they still relevant, but like, yeah, but like they were like, like you say with Robert Redford or Glenn Close, or like you say, make you work, and then like a Sylvester Stallone, and like they find a way to like still,
Sir Ben Kingsley, that surprised
yeah,
me,
yeah,
was upset with what they did with but they're
but they're
redeeming
gonna,
themselves
gonna,
in
yeah, Shang-Chi,
Shang-Chi.
yeah,
Almost said Iron Fist.
hey,
Relax.
yeah, yeah, but definitely, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So, definitely, like I said, the whole, like everybody had their own, they're gonna have their own style, especially on these shows. You can
Yeah.
tell on these shows, like the Loki one is definitely gonna be straight up a sci-fi type of, I don't know, mystery type of thing. And also I think the Hawkeye one is gonna be more like a, I don't know, everybody's gonna have their own
Like an
style.
action joint, maybe. I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah, but it's still gonna, it's like, I think that one's gonna be
Kind of
very
like on some Bourne type shit.
yeah, but I think they're gonna make it like a friendly type, because
I think. Oh, because the daughter. Well, not the daughter.
yeah,
It's
Kate Bishop and all
Kate
that.
Bishop.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that
Yeah,
goes.
and that young lady, man, she been putting in work over the
Hmm.
years,
Haley
man.
Steinfeld, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Salute to her, man. She's been grinding.
And then
You know.
she was always a fan favorite to play Katie Bishop anyway. So like everybody was just happy that,
Um.
people.
Now, my question to you, I don't know if you know this, but um, with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and even with Loki, are these shows going to be like half-hour episodes, hour-long episodes?
I don't know. Like I do know like the episodes gonna be at least 6 to 9 episodes. So I know like Falcon Winter Soldier is gonna be 6.
Are they going to be weekly?
They better not. Like for real, they just might as well just like for real.
Just keep them going
Yeah, just put them all going. But I got a feeling
all in one. Yeah, because
they
I'm
probably
all,
gonna
dude. I will put a weekend aside
yeah.
with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I'll get my snacks. I got the DoorDash app on the phone. I
Hmm.
ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's been very dreadful, especially with the Wandavision. I'm like, bruh, and that's Please Stand By come up. I'm like, oh, bruh,
Yo,
that
the
is
way
definitely
it ends and frustrating. I'm like, that's how it ends. And I'll be looking at, how much time I got left on the job. I'm like, it's 15 minutes. It gotta have something after
yeah,
this. And
yeah,
it's credits the whole fucking time. And I'm like,
yeah.
I
That was
ain't.
brutal. That's the real villain right there, for real. This serious, like that's the real villain. That Please Stand By joint. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know. Like
Would you buy that t-shirt if that was a t-shirt?
no,
You wouldn't?
that's how much I hate it.
I would, because people, I think it's one of those things where if you know, word to Pusha T.
Hmm.
Other people will be like, it's your little technical difficulty shirt. I'm like, oh, that's what you think this is? All right. That's like I had a track jacket. It would say, it would say, Decepticon Police Department, something like that,
Hmm.
to destroy and enslave. not to protect and serve. And
Mm.
I would wear this track jacket. For those that didn't know, they thought I was an officer. They thought I was a cop.
Mm.
And I had to explain. And the crazy part was on the back was the biggest Decepticon logo you would ever see in your life.
Mm.
But they didn't see. They think it's the shield, and it don't look like a shield at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So for ones that saw me, they thought I was an officer, and I'm like, I'm not an officer. This is Transformers. It's a Decepticon logo. But the ones that it's probably, I think one time you don't remember this. I think you was with me. We was out Mall of Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
We was coming out the mall. We was going to the theater because the theater's right there, walking distance. And
Mm-hmm.
this one young lady saw my jacket, the back of it, and was like, "Your jacket's awesome." And I was like, "Thank you." And I think she knew
Mm.
what time it was. And one time I'm in forgot the name of the store. I want to say Urban Outfitters. And the one dude saw the jacket and he was like, "Oh, I know what it is, bro. Yeah, Decepticons. I see it." You
Mm.
know, so it's like, you know, when certain people see stuff, they kind of know what it is, you know,
Mm.
and they like it. You feel me? You know, and that jacket that I saw was at Hot Topic.
Mm.
Uh,
Just keep plugging them. Go ahead. Keep plugging them, bro. Keep plugging them. You know.
hey man, you know, we try we try we just want to be on. Stop saying that.
I know for right. I know, right? So yeah. So you wanna go ahead and discuss the Marvel Def Jam collaboro? Because
Give me a
I don't
second.
know more about that.
Yeah, give me a
I heard about it, but I didn't. I don't know more about what they doing.
yeah. So I came across this article um earlier this week, and I thought it was awesome. So I might read this verbatim a bit. So Marvel Comics collaborate with Def Jam Recordings in celebration of Black Panther series. So pretty much it's different artists like Saint Bodie, Cash Page, and Bobby Sessions. Um, they're going to contribute short stories to the final three issues of this of the current comic series. So they're going to write for the Intergalactic Empire one,
Mm.
and so that's for issues 23, 24, and 25. And um, the issue 23 is out right now. Came out on the 24th. And Saint Bodie shares her take on Storm for an emotional story grounded in tragedy and acceptance. A month later, Bobby Sessions, who I've heard and he's dope. He actually has a
Yeah, he
song with
dope.
Meg Thee Stallion on the Coming to America
Yeah,
soundtrack.
yeah, yeah.
Um, he'll tell the story about T'Challa. And in the series finale, issue 25, Cash Page will forge a tale about Shuri
Mm.
that deals with the power of knowledge. What they plan on doing, they're aligned with the Def Jam Forward initiative to promote social, economic, and educational equality. Each three-page story, it's short, y'all, three-page story, will also feature an exclusive one-page Def Jam artist profile.
Mm.
And man, this is this is dope stuff to me when I heard about it. Um, you know, because this all goes back to, I'll say for us,
Mm-hmm.
since we grew up in the 90s. We're 80s babies, but we grew up in the 90s, man. You know, when
Mm-hmm.
Wu-Tang came out, man, and you know, Method Man is calling himself Johnny Blaze, which is
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Rider. You know, Tony Stark's Ghostface.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Inspector Deck, Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then later on in his career, he got together with Seven Ellen Esoteric and formed Sawface and Sawface. They've worked with Marvel and they got their little comics and stuff like that going on.
And don't forget Doom.
And of course, there's Doom. We can never forget Doom. Come on
Mm-hmm.
now. But so yeah, you have those cats that kind of like, you know, really was like, and then I believe Murs is a comic book head,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a couple other cats that's in the hip hop. That's Jean Grey was in a Deadpool joint a while back.
Mm-hmm.
So um so there's always been this love, and I think that's always been dope with hip hop in the sense of hip hop is a culture that takes stuff from other cultures. You've
Mm-hmm.
taken stuff from sports,
Mm-hmm.
fashion, cars, um, stuff from movies, sports, and we show that love, and then next thing you know, um, that same culture that inspired hip hop showed that love back
Mm-hmm.
and invited hip hop into their world. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like we said back in 2016, Marvel did these variant covers that paid homage to a lot of classic hip hop albums. You know what I'm saying? I remember when that came out, we lost our minds, boy. We was like, that's all cool that they're variant covers, but nigga, we want t-shirts.
Yeah.
I actually got a couple in the crib, but I wanted them to do more. But uh but yeah, this just shows you even more how, man, how there's this beautiful collaboration between hip hop and comics. You're going to get the younger generation involved and get them to read, and hopefully it might inspire more black people within the comic world. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because that's what I would love to see, man. I remember watching. I think when they did the second DC fandom, and they did a doc about Dwayne McDuffie. And here's a guy who's like a freaking rocket scientist, but he's penning these dope comics, and he was part of that milestone era,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And it was just like, man, you have that, and then you see what's going on with Miles Morales, how he's blowing up right now, how that character is blowing up. We talked about Riri earlier. I remember the news of that and reading that, and she's dope, but she about to come out with her own little thing in the MCU, you know. Um, Falcon, you know, got the shield, stuff like that. Luke Cage, great series, So and even with that,
Well missed series.
yes, yes, and I did kind of feel a way when I found out about Homeboy playing Daredevil is going to be in the Spider-Man joint, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, so does that mean we could possibly get Luke back? Because
Yeah, because Marvel do got the rights for
yes,
all the
the
characters.
contract they had to wait till the contracts was,
Mm-hmm.
that time was over. Then it was free, and they got him. So, uh, yeah, man, I think this is dope. This makes me want to look into these artists' music, look into their catalog, and check them out. I already know about Bobby Sessions, but I would definitely, still support him more and listen to more of his music. But I'm not familiar with the other two artists,
Hmm.
so I want to check them out and see what they're about. And yeah, I think I think this is a dope merger because Def Jam is the Motown of hip hop.
Hmm.
You feel me? And so why not link up with a very established label who I've heard that I think Steve Rifkin is running it over there,
Mm.
or he
Yeah,
has a
yeah,
hand in there over there in Def Jam, and I'm like, oh, that's big.
yeah.
That's If you don't know who Steve Rifkin is, man,
Shoot.
Steve Rifkin. We said that. Listen, we said Def Jam was the Motown of hip hop. Well, Loud Records was right up there with them, especially in the '90s, because
Yes, those in the 90s.
this is Wu Tang, this is Mobb Deep, this is Pete Rock's first album, this is 3 6 Mafia, this is
Hmm. Saw the
uh
whole soundtrack. Good gracious.
Dead Prez,
Yeah. Hmm.
and who am I missing?
Um. Oh, you mentioned didn't one of the duck that no. I was gonna say they didn't want to duck down, but they already had
No,
their
Duck
own
Down was
thing.
Priority,
Yeah, probably did. They already had their own thing, but
and then they went indie.
yeah, but
Um,
yeah, but they definitely had a nice
but
little
yeah,
roster. Yeah.
yeah. Loud was still one of those labels, man, that was killing it, and they
Hmm.
had a lot of hits and a lot of classic albums came out of that label, for real, for
Yeah.
real. So,
Yeah. They,
yeah, man, this is dope. How do you feel about this situation?
it's cool. Like I said, like you pretty much said, I like how they hip hop and comic book merge together. Um, they always have. So like this is a good example of it. I haven't. I mean, I saw the article, but I didn't read more about it. So definitely curious to check it out. But yeah. But speaking of hip hop and comics merging together, De La Soul and Teen Titans Go. You know, definitely. I didn't see the episode last week, but you go ahead. Yeah, you saw it. Yeah.
I am the cartoon analyst for this podcast. B's
Finally.
usually the analyst for stuff. I'm the cartoon
No,
analyst,
you
man.
always just plugging in like, yeah, come on, Brian, you're the entertainment political. Like I am. Like I'm
Because
just.
you are, nigga. For
Mm,
all my life, you've been for the entertainment stuff.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh, so
you like I'm the political analyst. I'm like I am. I'm like okay.
you are. Tag you it. That ass. Um,
Pause.
it's
Yeah.
so like Brian said, last Saturday, it was a new episode of Teen Titans where they've had iconic hip hop group De La Soul there, getting their music stolen by this big alien creature or whatever, and they were big fans of De La, and they
Mm,
wanted to help them out, get their music back. Now, kids watching it, they're just thinking, oh, there's just some rap guys. They probably might have asked their parents, like, who's De La Soul?
mm,
Something like that. Never heard their music.
mm,
And so to them, they thinking it's a good story plot, whatever. For me, looking at it as a hip hop head, and De La is one of my personal top 10 favorite rap groups of all time.
mm.
And knowing their struggle with their former label Tommy Boy Records, I took this as a subliminal diss to Tommy Boy Records.
Yeah.
Is and I found it very, very interesting that they linked up with Teen Titans. Like, mind you, and it was kind of out there, man, because shout out to the cast that created the song "The Night Begins to Shine" because I think that was one thing that kind of spot. Teen Titans gonna always had like these goofy little songs, very catchy
Mm-hmm.
songs too. It's a few that I like. Excuse me. And so it did not begins to shine. They had the writers and I think the singers of the song collaborate with them. I guess when they did the movie, the second movie, I want to say the first and the second movie. And I
Mm-hmm.
think in the second one they got CeeLo in it. They got, or it might have been the first one. Either way, I know within those movies, CeeLo was involved, and Fallout Boy was involved, and it might have been another act in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. For them to get Daylight, it was like, yo, how did that collaboration happen, and how did they get that story? So somebody up there that puts together Teen Titans must have been a big Daylight fan, knew about their history with their label, and made it into a story. Uh,
Yeah.
and it's a dope story because it's explained to you in a sense how, okay, back in the day, they were on a label called Tommy Boy Records. Um, again, they were a big act for that label. They got a few hits, classic albums. I'm assuming they have plaques.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At least gold plaques.
Yeah.
So you made all this money for this particular label, but you haven't reaped the benefits off of it since you're the
Mm-hmm.
creator of this music. You put it out. You did the
Mm-hmm.
touring and did the videos, this, that, and the third. So it's like you're one of the great groups in hip hop. However, you got jerked from the label.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes back to, and it's interesting because again, another fellow native tongue at Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest said it back in the day. If you know it, sing along with me. Industry rule number 4080. Record company people are.
Shady.
There it
So
is.
he was
And
about
that's
to
a
crack.
prime
I bet
example
you
of it.
smoke crack. I don't doubt it. Look how they act.
You know what I'm saying? So and this stuff and they've been on that label since the late 80s, early 90s, and they haven't been paid. And they were telling people like, yo, we don't want our old albums on these streaming services because we're not gonna get money off of it. That money's going straight to the uh the owner of Tommy Boy Records, um, that's going to his pockets. You know what I mean? And that kind of that makes him a to me that kind of makes him a culture vulture.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
so it's like so the fact that they got together with the animated show and kind of expressed how they felt about it, like that's crazy. And they still fight, and they've been talking about this, and they've been fighting this,
For
and
years.
they still fighting this.
Yeah.
And I think it's so jacked up, it's so crazy, man. And um, if anyone that's watching this and they make music, I know a couple people that support this podcast and make music. Um, just know what you're getting into. Ask questions. Talk to your lawyer. Like, pay attention to what's going on with you, man. And because Prince said it best, I think Nori was kind of telling the story where I think Nas was on Drink Champs, and he was like, I wanted to do a joint with Prince.
Mm-hmm.
And Prince told him, ask him, do you own your masters? Nas said, no. Prince said, we can't work.
Mm-hmm.
And Prince was one of those cats, man. He did the indie thing years ago.
Yeah.
He did that back in the early night. He said that's why he was the symbol,
Yeah.
So it's like
The
and
slave
granted,
written on his cheek. Had the slave written on his cheek.
oh yeah,
Yeah. But that
remember
was a
that.
subliminal message he was
Yeah,
saying.
And so it's a thing of it's like you gotta own your masters, you gotta own your music and things of that nature, kind of know the business.
Mm-hmm.
But and you have some people that's like when it comes to go, being indie,
Mm-hmm.
they're like it's hard because you've even had some cats that had mainstream success, sold millions of records, whatever. They get dropped from the label, then they go indie, and they're like, that was a tough transition.
Yeah.
And my thing about that is, well, it makes sense because when you go indie, you're basically an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
You're running your own business. You are your business. You are the brand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you got to put that work in. It's going to be hard because you don't have that, that backing and that budget, but you just gotta, persevere and see what you can get out of it for real, for real.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's like and nowadays it's I think it's tough to be an artist because you can't tour for real, because of this invisible bully that's out here.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it's like if anything, if you and then it's more so about streams,
Yeah.
and you gotta have a huge amount of streams to really gather that success. So now it's like basically you just kind of going off of merch. Or if you do I know some artists have done like Patreon
Yeah.
concerts, and
Yeah. Yeah.
people give them some money and stuff like that and support them. And my whole thing is this, man, support these artists out here, man.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like you definitely gotta support these artists, and these artists really do need to pay attention because I get it. Like there's a BT series I think online. I know one was called Blow a Bag, and another one I forgot what it was called, but they were interviewing artists that they reached success, they was doing this, they was doing that, and then somewhere along the line when they got that call from that record label and they was excited, signed that contract, and next thing you
Mm-hmm.
know they got screwed
Mm-hmm.
because they got so caught up in and of course you from the hood, you ain't had much, you like word, it's about to be on, this hard work paid off, bet let's do it, I'm fitting to be on.
Yeah.
But then we heard about the stories about with TLC. We all know about the stories with these artists and taxes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like you sometimes you gotta kind of step outside of that excitement and think. You saw it in the NWA movie. Ice Cube was hounding homeboy, yo, what's up with that contract?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're an artist, um, I just hope you watching this, man. Just kind of have a better idea of what you're getting into before you sign that dotted line and make that music, man. Because and honestly, it's good to do for self,
Yeah.
you know. Or if you're gonna go, uh, sign with the major, you know, and first of all, don't even compromise yourself because a lot of people, and I see it in their music and how they are, they change up quick, and I
Mm-hmm.
hate when they do that, yo. I mean, it's I get it in the sense of, when you in that world, they want you to make hits and they want to do that, but you also kind of got to sacrifice how you were, and they want to change up your image, and it's like it kind of sucks. We all seen what happened with Black Eyed Peas,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but but I will say they got their stuff right, and the past couple projects they put out were good. But you have some people, man, that put out stuff, and it's like, what? This wasn't the. That's not the artist that I was listening to a while back and that put out those great albums and those dope records. Like, what is that? What
Mm-hmm.
is this? What am I looking at?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, man, That was a dope episode to watch with Teen Titans as a big De La fan. And if you ever whenever stuff gets better and we can go to shows and concerts and things like that, if you've never been to a De La Soul concert, you are missing out on one hell of a good time.
Mm.
These brothers is in their early 50s
Yeah.
and can still rock a crowd like no other.
Hmm.
They put on we were blessed enough to see them a few years ago. And man, they put on a heck of a show. They didn't have 40 niggas on stage with them. They wasn't walking back and forth, pants hanging
Hmm.
off their ass and all. No,
Hmm.
these were grown men that got kids and all that, trying to feed their families, and they love to put on a good show, and they love this hip hop, and they love the fans
Yeah.
that have been supporting them. So they gonna give you quality stuff, man. So so yeah, whenever you guys get a chance, check out the that episode of Teen. I forgot the name of the title. Um Maybe I'll come across it and might mention it in the comments or something like that, or when we post this video, we'll probably mention it. But it's man, it's good stuff, man.
Mm.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
And we're gonna
But
keep it. We're
since
gonna
you
keep it
on the
DC,
DC
right?
thing, I want to go back and talk about another big thing that they was talking about it all day yesterday. And also it relates to also to hold on. Can you hear me? Can you
Yes.
hear me? Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we got you got the Def Jam Marvel, and you mentioned about that, and the Black Panther series that was written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. And that's going to be his last entry of the Black Panther.
Yes,
So
sir.
now he's jumping from Marvel and going to DC, and
He's
then he's
pulling a
going to be the
KD move, y'all.
shut up. Hey, he's making that money.
Did
Hey, I'm going
KD
to
not do that? I could have sworn Kevin Durant was on OKC, and then he went to the team that beat his team.
yeah, that was grind.
He
That was
didn't really
grinding.
need him.
Yeah, pretty much. But Ta-Nehisi
He
Coates
cool.
is getting that bag, getting that money. I
But
ain't
I'm
blaming him.
not mad at him doing this. And he
Yeah,
putting it on, and he putting it on for Baltimore. Salute.
salute. So yeah, so he's gonna be the writer of the. Well, first they're gonna do a Superman reboot. When I first heard about it, I was like, really? And then all of a sudden, then when I heard that Ta-Nehisi Coates was gonna be the writer, I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, when they were saying that this one will feature a black Superman, and there's possibility that you're gonna have either Calvin Ellis or
Yeah. Or
uh, yeah,
man, forgot his forgive us.
Varzad. Yeah, I want to say Varzad.
Zaza, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so you got good picks.
He should tell
And
his enemies to kneel before Zod, the real Zod.
right. So yeah, so then they got me interested, and then also too, I'm still like iffy because like with DC, with the
Yeah,
whole,
yeah. Nah, I
what I'm saying,
feel you.
the
Yeah,
Ray
it's
Fisher
one of those things where it's like,
situation.
word, yeah,
Yeah,
Ta-Nehisi, word, Black Superman, great. Which it's a movie. It's not a
yeah,
comic.
same thing with like with the Ray Fisher situation, and also too,
What do you
Rick.
think of that?
It's crazy.
The Ray Fisher shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Definitely. The whole thing with Josh,
Whedon.
Whedon, yeah, and also it's just crazy because I was a big fan of his, and then like now, there are all these
Buffy the
allegations of
Vampire Slayer.
yeah that, and then, what now everybody's like confessing saying that he been abused, and it's crazy. But the Ray Fisher situation that was grind. That was kind of grimy. Also too with the president of the DC Comics not supporting it, and yeah, it's crazy. The whole thing was just crazy. And like I said, like Okay, you got that. Then also too the situation with Rick for forgive me, I do not want to slaughter this guy name, but he directed Dope. He directed The Wood, Brown Sugar. It's a Nigerian name,
Uh-huh.
and he's making that money. He's getting that Star Wars money now from directing a couple episodes for The Mandalorian. So you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be the director of the Flash movie a couple years back, but he had to drop out due to creative differences. And I heard it was a rumor that he was trying to like bring up like racism in the police department, and they wasn't feeling that. So yeah, so like now you got Ta-Nehisi Coates, and he's gonna write the new Superman film, and then this possibility gonna have a black Superman. So I don't know, man. I'm just
Famuyiwa? Famuyiwa?
yeah,
Famuyiwe?
I heard it said his name once, and I really don't want to. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of his. Like I said, The Wood, Dope, Brown Sugar. Like I said, he directed the
Born in Hawaii.
yeah, he directed the HBO film about Anita Hill and Clarence Thomas that came out a couple years ago with Kerry Washington. Clarence Thompson, sorry. So yeah, and then now like I said, he's getting that Star Wars money because he directed the first two seasons of Mandalorian.
Mm.
So yeah, yeah, like I said, he's supposed to be the director of the Flash film, but he dropped out due to career difference. So I'm just hoping, like Marvel, they're doing a good job as far as diversity, and then with the characters,
Yeah.
especially too with like I said, they did a great job. I ain't gonna lie, like even though they was like side characters and they didn't do much in the previous films, like with War Machine and the Falcon, but like they I still think they did a good job as far as putting the characters, and getting them involved, and also to get them an origin story of sorts. And like I said, with the way they did with Monica Rambeau, with WandaVision and things of that nature. So to me, I think Marvel is doing a better job on that diversity, like on with the characters, compared what DC is doing.
Mm.
And like I said, with the whole behind the scenes drama, what we heard from that, you know, so hopefully, we'll see. I don't know. I'm still, and also too, this is supposed to been the reboot that they were trying to do with had Michael B. Jordan a
Ah.
couple years, and I heard they still trying to like ask him to like get involved in this. And also, who I wouldn't mind seeing if they, as the Black Superman, Eli Gorey, who played Cassius Clay on One Night in Miami. He
I can definitely see that happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I heard
Yeah.
I just on Twitter someone mentioned about John Boyega, but they trying to get John
I
Boyega.
saw that too.
Yeah,
Nah. Homeboy that you mentioned,
yeah, definitely.
I could definitely see him as Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I could. Um, when I read this,
Oh, and J.J. Adams is the producer. Sorry,
yes,
J.
major
Abrams.
key. Major
Yeah,
key.
yeah.
Uh when I read about this, I remember being excited. It took me back to a few years ago when I was at Third Eye Comics. Shout out to Third Eye Comics. Got the drink too.
Just plugging everybody, man. Go ahead.
And nigga, you was shouting out all these damn cosplayers.
Hey,
Uh, so
I mean, most of them got in a relationship or something, but still, I mean, they got crushes on all of them. But anyway, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
mean, we need to know all that, but it's all good.
Yeah,
uh, so if I remember a while back being in Third Eye Comics, and I saw this comic series called, I want to say it was Earth 2. or
Mm-hmm.
23, something like that. And on just about every cover, there was Zod.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember looking at it, I was like, yo, what? This a black, and I think this was during the new 52 run. And I was like, yo, what? Are you serious? This dude looks dope.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to read this, and I never got a chance to read it, but I definitely want to read it. I didn't know much about uh the Calvin one,
Mm-hmm.
but he's dope because uh he was inspired by Barack Obama, as
Yeah.
he damn well should be. Um, so either direction they go, I'm all for it, yo.
Yeah, and the sucks part about it is Henry Cavill, they said that this he might not be playing Superman no more. So
I thought he was working on a deal.
yeah, I heard that too. So I don't know. So we'll see. It's questionable.
I thought like a
Yeah,
year ago he went in there. He was trying to work something out with them.
yeah. So it'd be cool if like if that do happen and still have him involved and still do a black Superman type and like they join forces, whatever. That'd be cool as well.
Or some multiverse type stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So
Uh, um,
I guess that's what they're trying to do too, like a Superman multiverse on. That'd be cool,
so now we got to compare who has the better multiverse situation now.
right? But
Um,
speaking of also, also you want to keep going? You got something
yeah,
else? To,
yeah, I didn't finish my
oh, sorry.
point. Um, might have lost it, but so I think either way that they go with this, no matter which one that they choose, I don't care. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care because of the fact that either way you go, you're inspiring these young ones.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we was fortunate enough to see when we was in our, you know, mid to late 20s to see Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? As president,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you saw what people gonna say what they want about Black Panther, the first film. Oh, it's not a top five MCU film. It don't hit like this one. It don't hit like that one. It wasn't as accurate as what was in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
I get it, but shut your ass up. Why shut your ass up? Because compared to all these other comic movies that came out, they were good for the comic culture. They were good for conversation for all the comic book fans, right? But you didn't impact a whole culture of people like Black Panther did.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many. Again, this goes back to us not of us as Black people not knowing our history like that. So you have that in, and then you have the fact that okay, uh, I guess growing up for us, the only Black superheroes I knew was Storm and Bishop. A little bit of Falcon,
A little bit of Blade
but
for me. Yeah,
but a little bit of who
Blade.
and Blade. So when I got older and I found out that the first Black superhero was Black Panther, I was like, what? And he showed up in this old game I had on the PS2 called Marvel Ultimate Alliance that had
Mm-hmm.
all these. The more I played it, the more I was unlocking all these different characters that I never heard of. And this was how I fell in love with Deadpool, how I learned about Black Panther, how I learned about Luke Cage, how he's an Avenger, and maybe a couple other people. And I was just like, yo, this is ill. Oh yeah, War Machine, because I remember the Iron Man cartoon from the 90s. So that was voiced by James Avery, aka Uncle Phil, aka the voice of Shredder. For those that didn't know, rest in
Rest in
peace
peace.
to him.
Rest in peace.
Uh, so um, is so with that and finding out about stuff like that is just like it's dope for these kids to see the Black Panther movie and when we saw the black and how we embraced it and how cats was really rocking dashikis and this stuff and Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. You know, when we saw the one kid in the whole Black Panther, costume. We did
Mm-hmm.
like this. He did it back. When I went to Baltimore Comic Con 2019, I saw a young brother sister. One was T'Challa, one was Shuri. They running to the hall, and I said, "Hey y'all, this," and they stopped in their tracks and went like that, and I thought it was amazing. So they embracing it, and
Mm-hmm.
again, you just with Ta-Nehisi, pinning this and getting the right actor to play it, and if it's executed well, you're going to have more young black kids dressing up as that particular Superman.
Yeah.
And ones that can draw, they're going to draw that Superman, and then next thing you know, who knows, man? Later on, we might have somebody in DC or Marvel running it, somebody that's black running that. I
Mm-hmm.
would love to see it. Or if not running them, they running Image. If they not running Image, is IDW. Or if it ain't, or not even them. They're like, you know what? We going or they running Milestone, or they're gonna have their own comic joint and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so at the end of the day, it's all about inspiring and just helping that art grow. And at the same time, us as a people embracing these people. You know what I'm saying? So it's at the end of the day, man, I'm all about black excellence. You feel me? So this is how it goes. We've seen it. You see it in sports, man. Like we said earlier with Kobe, you see all these kids looking at Jordan, watching Kobe, watching LeBron, and then when they get in the league, what they do, they end up
Mm-hmm.
being great in the league
Mm-hmm.
because they saw what Kobe did. They saw what LeBron did. They saw what Jordan and them was doing, what Magic and them was doing. So, you know, so you see it in sports. Listen, not long after, a lot of people didn't know when Chadwick died, what Denzel did for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You feel me? I'm seeing what Kev on stage is doing with a lot of different black talent, black comedians and
Mm-hmm.
actors, and how he's trying to put them on.
Mm-hmm.
What Issa Rae is doing.
Yeah.
So it's
So
all about us just trying to like put each other on and okay, I did what I needed to do. It's your turn.
uh, definitely
Let's man up.
I definitely say like yeah, like I said before about how Marvel like when they had the Falcon and War Machine already, but they was like side characters. But once when Black Panther came out, it had his own standalone film, and I think they did a great job on the evolution, on the backstories, well, especially on the origin story for Black Panther. But as far as like now the impact that Black Panther made, now gonna get more you know, standalone. Now we're gonna get a standalone shows for like I said, Falcon, for Falcon Winter Soldier, and then they're gonna explore his backstory, and also to Don Cheeto is gonna be War Machine and Armor Wars. So what I'm saying, they're gonna get more of his backstory as well that we didn't get a chance to see in the previous Marvel films, since they was like the side characters, and they didn't get that much screen time like that, or they didn't, wasn't part of the story. But now we're gonna have, like I said, the way how they did Monica Rambo. Now we got Ironheart coming soon and things of that nature. So it's
Can't
gonna be interesting. Miss
look.
Marvel, all that stuff, and it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I'm just
And
gonna
they also said, and don't forget, we can draw up again with Miles Morales and
yeah, Miles Morales.
how he's been on a run, man. That character's
Mm-hmm.
been rolling, man. People was excited for the video game.
Mm-hmm.
Here's to see what the second Spider Verse film is going to look like. People are so ready for the live action
Yeah,
whenever it happens, the live
yeah.
action one, you know.
And
Uh,
especially with the like I said, when we with the WandaVision episode, when Monica mentioned she got a friend that was an aerospace engineer, and
yeah,
then people thought that some people thought it was Blue Marvel, and people like that kind of like put Blue Marvel on the spot too, and people like who Blue Marvel that they didn't know and things of that nature. Now they want to see who curious to see who can play him.
you want to see it.
Um, yeah, so you see how that goes. Like I said, I think Marvel is doing a better job as far as with the diversity of the characters and helping them, getting them involved in the films. And
Yeah,
now we're
yeah,
gonna have standalone films for certain characters. So yeah,
yeah. DC's a little, they're kind of decent only because, Black Lightning is in its fourth season, which is their final season, but
sucks.
it does. Um, but they're doing a spinoff with the character Painkiller. They mentioned his daughters, Black Lightning's daughters, they're going to be
Yeah, we featured it.
in
Yeah.
that series. Yeah. And then you have the young lady that's playing Batwoman now.
Hmm.
But even in the comics, you got a black Batman now.
Yeah, yeah,
You have
yeah.
you have a Latin X female Green Lantern in the comics.
And they're gonna have a Latina. She's
Nubia just dropped.
yeah,
Can't wait. I'm gonna buy that soon.
yeah. Then they're gonna have a Latina playing Supergirl in the Flash movie, and she's Latina.
Oh, say word. That's what's up.
Yeah. So
Well, John Stewart been there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But
is
but people wanted. Listen, when
Dingo.
that last episode of Green Arrow popped up and
Mm-hmm.
Diggle had the ring,
Mm-hmm.
well, I was ready. I was like, spinoff, right?
Yeah, I know. I was ready too.
Right?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. I was ready too. But
I
we'll
was
see.
so he came a long way from that one show where he was a preacher.
Yeah, good news.
We watch our TV, y'all. We know this. Google it.
Yeah.
You know, like when my mom saw, she was like, "Oh yeah, him." I did this. I did the same thing with Black Lightning when I first saw the commercials for it. I was like, "Scooter, Scooter, a superhero?" And then listen, people probably didn't even know about the guy that plays Tobias Wells. When I saw him, I was
Yeah.
like,
Come
Crondon?
Yeah.
And I'm
Coming up.
thinking, oh, he's just going to play your typical gangster
Yeah.
dude. And
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
no,
He killing it.
no. Tobias, he's a
Yeah.
whole nother, he on some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's an albino Lex Luthor, to be
Right.
honest with
Yeah, pretty
you. He
much.
really is. But he plays that character so well.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And it was like, man, people don't know about Crondon. People don't know about Strong Arm Steady.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know about that. You know what
Nope.
I'm saying? So it was dope to see him do his thing for real. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
The DC Comics definitely. I'm on. For one more, well, two more things. Well, one of them is you mentioned about comic book run in the year, and we're gonna have in July two special comics. We're gonna have the Batman that's gonna be chronicling the Michael Keaton 1989 Tim Burton
Man,
storyline.
89, that's right. And tell them all, you know.
Oh,
Tell them
I
that
mean, yeah,
cameo, man.
yeah. So definitely, it makes sense. It's a no-brainer. But they're gonna have Prince, since he was a part of the soundtrack, and the party man outfit, whatever, or the bat dance, whatever, which one you want to pick.
Back dance, baby.
Yeah, so definitely,
My joint.
he's gonna be featured as a side villain or a henchman of the Joker. So
But
yeah,
but 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 what about my girl? Vicky Vale. Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale better be in it. But you know what I'm saying? I already saw like some of the designs. I didn't see her, but I
Yeah, I
saw
saw
like, you know,
I saw a
I
couple.
saw the outfits, I saw the commissioners and all that. That was dope.
If you can put them on here, please.
Yeah. So definitely interesting. And also the other one is the 1978 Christopher Reeves
Rest in
Superman.
peace to Christopher
Rest in
Reeve.
peace. And rest in peace to Margot what's her name? Lois Lane. I think I said Margot Ketter. Yeah, that was her name. Yep.
I never forget how they made fun of her in Family Guy.
Yeah, but that's messed up. But
Yeah, that was messed up.
yeah. So but
But
definitely
but we all know what their humor is like over there. Sometimes
mm,
they can go a little too far, but it is what it is. I'm 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 excited for these, man. Um,
mm,
we're both of us are big Batman fans, so I'm definitely going to cop.
especially the 89. That was just the
That was my introduction.
yeah. Well no, my instruction was the Adam West, but
Later on, it was Adam West for me, but
yeah.
it was definitely Michael Keaton. And shout out to Michael Keaton. For those that don't know, in Batman Returns, Michael Keaton wore J's with his Batman outfit.
Mm,
He wore the sixes.
mm,
He wore the sixes, and years after that movie came out, one of I think the right shoe uh was sold at an auction
mm.
for like thousands of dollars, man, because they incorporated the shoe with the joint to make it look like a boot.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was very interesting how they dressed it up. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was dope when I found out about that.
Mm.
The Superman joint. I never really read a Superman comic. I think because we all know, as far as superheroes go, how Superman is like he's top dog. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, we know what he can do, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But I'll say I'm interested in reading the Future State one, where it's I want to say Jonathan Kent
Mm,
is Superman.
mm.
So I do want to read that. I might check out Superman and Lois. I might check that out on
Yeah, I heard it was
see
all right.
see what it's about.
Yeah,
But
I heard it was all right.
yeah. And then the Christopher Reeve movies, I grew up watching those.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this probably was one of the worst ones, but when I was a kid, I thought the one villain that came from the sun, I thought he
Yeah,
was hardcore.
yeah,
I
you too.
thought
I
he
thought he
was
was,
so
yeah,
dope as a
yeah,
villain.
yeah. I thought he was hardcore too. In the whole scenario, yeah, when the sun is no more, he loses power, and he, yeah,
That was crazy. So
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely
I
I'm
thought
gonna
you gonna, I thought you
definitely
were gonna say the Richard Pryor one.
I was going to.
Mm-hmm.
That one was kind of cool too. I thought that was kind of crazy how Richard Pryor ended up in the Superman movie, but hey, man,
Yeah, yeah.
it's all good. But yeah, yeah, definitely. So you a comic head, you like to get your read on. Be on the lookout for these joints. Also, if you're a Ninja Turtle fan, um, the second issue of the last Ronin came out about a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you grab that because that first one was hard to find.
Yeah.
Uh, so try to get your hands on that as well. Uh, with dealing with the comics and keeping it DC, Milestone to be exact. They announced last year that Milestone will be making a return, and the main character that's going to push that return is Static Shock.
Yep.
And Static Shock got a new look. Brother look fresh. The brother look updated. You know what I'm saying? We was talking earlier about how, you know, young ladies might cosplay as Monica Rambeau and all that. I can see the young cats, young brothers cosplaying as Static.
I mean, they
Static
already
was
had. I mean, I
dope.
seen some, but yeah, but they
Yeah, I see.
definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I see some, but there was from the old. I'm talking about this new look.
Mm-hmm.
This new look is very very up to date, super dope. Have you seen it? What you think?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's different. I mean, it's fresh. So I mean, I kind of like did seen a lot. I mean, a couple of people did their own verse illustrations of that. So
Yeah,
definitely looking forward to see how it's gonna look. But yeah, it's something new,
I'm not mad at it at all.
and I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if they use that look for the film.
Oh, for sure,
So
man.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you want to go right ahead and talk about the IGN Fest?
So IGN Fan Fest. I'm hope it's going on right now as we're recording this. It started yesterday. I thought today was the first day, but this must be the first. This is probably the first virtual convention of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and IGN is basically the fan fest deals with first looks, trailers for different movies and shows coming out, Q&As with different directors and actors in different shows and films that's coming out. I watched a couple earlier today. I watched one dealing with King Kong versus Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Watched a little bit of the Q&A with the director and saw a dope little action scene. It was like 40 seconds long, but it was dope. And it was enough to have me like, man, I mean, I love watching stuff in the comfort of my own home, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I might slide up in the theater. I ain't been in the theater in a while. That might be the one. Well, that's one of the ones.
Uh, yeah.
Last week we didn't get into Mortal Kombat. I kind of want to talk about that trailer, but I want to stay on topic. So I know some of the stuff that they talked. Like I said, they talked about King Kong, Godzilla. Um, they're talking Snyder Cut.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for the Snyder Cut to show up so I can stop hearing about the shit. But I will say, I saw the trailer and I was like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
this trailer alone is better than the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
um, they're doing an exclusive clip with season 7 of The Flash. I know the new season, the first episode is Tuesday, I believe. Um, you get a sneak peek of an upcoming DC animated movie, Justice Society World War II. Um, we kind of bash DC a bit with the live action, but their animated movies, splendid. Great stuff. Great stuff. Different video games. New Boundary is one of them. Breath Edge, another one. Um, they talked to Mark Miller about the joint called Jupiter's Legacy. Um, Batman Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
The joint called Shadow and Bone that looks pretty good based off of a might be a YA joint, YA
Mm-hmm.
novel joint. Um, A crime drama stars excuse me, crime drama called The Irregulars.
Mm.
Clip of Raya and the Last Dragon. Um, there's a Pacific Rim anime series, y'all, on Netflix.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A Clone Wars game. There's an upcoming Face Off movie coming out.
Mm.
I feel like they should have left it alone, but we'll see.
Mm.
You know, joint called Death Loop. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Invincible. I'm here for that. Robert Kirkman joint, and maybe a few other things, man. So, uh, try to check it out when y'all can. You know, check that out. Then go check out Tom and Jerry because I know I'm checking out Tom and Jerry this weekend on HBO Max. Uh,
Shout out to Tim
and
Story who directed it. Oh, wow.
yeah, that's dope. And we'll probably talk more about the IGN Fan Fest next week. You know, as far as
Mm.
going into detail about it, but um, I think it's dope. You know, I do miss going to conventions. I don't know how they're going to do conventions. You know, coming out of COVID.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if they're going to like regulate how many people can go in.
Mm.
You know, stuff like that. So, yeah, definitely. How do you feel, man? Do you miss conventions?
Yeah, most definitely. I missed it. Shoot, I haven't same thing with the movie theaters, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely. I'm probably gonna wait until later in the year, probably like in the holidays, whatever. Because I got a feeling that God willing, if the whole vaccine thing and it goes well, I'm have a feeling that everything will be somewhat back to normal, like around when fall hits again. So I think that's the time I'll definitely go to movies like around the holidays time again and all that. Check out Spider-Man or whatever things that nature. But yeah, I do miss the conventions. Like I said, the whole cosplays and all that. I did shoot, I've been miss the concerts pretty much more than never like the Roost Picnic and all them. So yeah, hopefully God willing everything's all good with everybody and this whole scenario thing, the pandemic and everybody's good. We can all get back to that. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Do you feel like the vaccine should be mandatory?
Yeah. And also too, it shouldn't be like over no controversy on who I mean, it shouldn't be no controversy or no debate on like who should get it. I mean, well, of course, yeah, definitely the people over 60 and people that live in the essential workers, doctors, and all them, because they they've been going through it, and we salute to them. But also too, definitely people that are living in nursing homes definitely need it first. But
Yeah.
as far as like the controversy over of course about the African American community, the poor, you know that live in the city, things that nature.
You hear that, Governor Hogan? I heard
Yeah.
what you said.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Baltimore City got too many of the vaccine. Does it fucking matter? Niggas need to get healthy.
Yeah. I mean,
People need to be
just
healthy. I don't know if
just a
they
lot of
if
frustration.
yeah, I don't know if it was like a if it's like an inventory thing, like a certain city or
Yeah.
county is supposed to have X amount,
Yeah.
I guess. But the way that kind of came out is like, come on, yo, like, you know,
Yeah.
it shouldn't really. I feel like it shouldn't be. Shouldn't complain, but you know, everybody needs this vaccine and needs to be healthy
Yeah.
and all around just learn from this situation, man. You know, but yeah, I definitely do miss going to conventions, man, and just geeking out off of
Yeah.
stuff. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like talking about the different TV shows and movies and stuff that we just been mentioning got me ready to go to the comic book store, you know, grab some comics,
Yeah.
you know, or get some reading. I'm reading. I just finished the first issue of the other side of the DC universe, the other history of the DC universe. That focused on Black Lightning, so I'm ready for the second one. I know that one is out. It's been out for a little bit now, and I started reading Naomi. I
Yeah.
got you. So, and so yeah, man.
So I'm
And
just, I don't know. I'm just looking at just this whole thing. I mean, the pandemic. Like they said that we could see some normal activity happening. Hopefully, like during like late summer, early fall-ish. Hopefully, God willing. So then we got the cicadas happening. The
I
scientists.
heard, I was
Yeah.
like, damn it, we're the main
Yeah.
area for it. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
them annoying things.
Yeah. It is.
Cicadas are like the niggas of bugs. They just everywhere, don't do nothing. They just
Fucking.
around, like, ugh.
And they just fucking around.
Literally.
Yeah, they got mating season.
And then they die, and then you see the dead
Yeah,
skin.
yeah. Like, what the hell? That's nasty.
Gross.
I know, for real.
Get it together.
They just came in like, oh, sorry. Like, I know, lay down. Sorry.
Remember me.
I know, for real. Got a cigarette in the hand. It was great.
I have no regrets.
I know. I'm gonna stump your ass now. Let me stop. But yeah, but hey, yo, you want?
Somebody probably did a Carlito's way. This it, y'all. I'm done. I'm sorry. I tried. Can't go with me on this round, though. Lay down.
Yeah.
Lay down.
Stupid. Before we get to the movies, I want to go ahead and you want to mention about Our Heroes Rock?
Yes. So Our Heroes Rock is pretty much if you remember Schoolhouse Rock, if you don't, guess what? It's on Disney Plus. Yep. And you know that?
No, I said yeah. I said.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's on Disney Plus, so there's going to be a newer version. But it's a fundraising campaign, and it's an animated family series that is spearheaded by, I think I'm gonna mess his name up. Forgive me, because I don't want him to suplex me.
Just say his wrestling name, man. Just
Tori Ewan, aka Big E from New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. And he's a voice on Laser Wolf on Adult Swim. And so pretty much it's they got a what you call it? Is it Kickstarter? Is it a Kickstarter?
Yeah, Kickstarter. Yeah, Kickstarter.
For this project. give me a second. Sorry, trying to find the right article. The last one I was on was a Q and A joint. So it's an
Mm-hmm.
upcoming 3D animated family series that explores the heroes of Black history through hip hop and science fiction. So we got our own Schoolhouse Rock, y'all. It's been about 50 years, but we got one.
Hey.
You know what I mean? The first episode features Ruby Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
She was the first African American child to desegregate an all white school in New Orleans in 1960s. Other historical figures will be Rosa Parks and the late great Rosa Parks and the late great John Lewis.
Mm.
Not only is Biggie part of it, but also Andreas Hale and Jonathan Davenport. Um, and I know Davenport. Yeah, that's right. Because Jonathan Davenport, he's a graphic artist and he designs ring gear for the New Day. And I think him and Big E might have had a conversation, and that popped up.
Mm.
And man, I heard about this, and I was just like, can't hate on this.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's a good idea. I love it.
It's it's something that's been listen. We've been saying on here for a while. You're like, we don't know about our history, and
mm,
this is one outlet or one way of knowing our history.
mm-hmm.
And like we said before, when it comes to Black history, every year is Shrekulous.
Yeah.
MLK, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks. They might throw in Benjamin Banneker. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to Harriet Tubman right there. You might get Sojourner Truth. You're definitely getting Frederick Douglass.
Mm. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, definitely the unsung. Don't. Yeah, we know the Malcolm and the Martins and the Rosas. You know what I'm saying? Try to mention about some other other people, and that's what's up. Mention
Yeah,
them last. Let them be last. Let them. So I'm definitely looking forward. It's like it- it's just sad that we had to wait this long. Like we could have slowly but surely. I mean, it don't have to be especially I know as far as technology evolving through the years, but as far as I mean, it could have happened, and we could have still kept it going, like I said, and evolved from the technology, with the internet and things of that nature, and how different mediums, what I'm saying, but still keep it going.
yeah,
But that's what's up. I mean, I'm still happy for it, and hopefully it goes well. And
yeah. I definitely want to support it.
yeah, me too.
Definitely want to put some money up towards it, man, to keep
They're
it
going.
going, man, and
Yeah.
maybe spread it, spread the word out to people, because
Hmm.
the kids, the kids not only aren't the only ones that need to know their history. Us as
We do.
adults,
Yeah, we
us as
do
Black
too.
people, period. We need
Yeah,
to we need
period.
to know this stuff, man. It's
Yeah.
dope. Like I would love for it to kind of expand. Like, okay, you got our Heroes Rock. The show was good. Have
Hmm.
some, have merch for it. At the same time, maybe you might branch off, talk to somebody. Yo, let's get a calendar on the calendar each day a certain Black fact that happened around that time. Kind of like Tom Joyner used to do it, where on this
Hmm.
day in Black history, so and so did so and so.
Right.
That would
So
be
yeah.
dope. That would be dope if you could link up with Tom Joyner. I mean, granted, he's retired now and all that, but every
Yeah.
time when I heard him do that, it was like, yo, this needs to be on a book. This needs to be on a calendar. All this stuff that he's saying, like it's,
Hmm.
you know,
I think he
need to
did
put
work
it
with
up.
I mean, he collaborated with McDonald's on the. I want to say that little Black History thing they did. I could be wrong,
Okay, okay.
but yeah, I
But
definitely
yeah, that
understand.
might have been one time and didn't nobody really know. Well,
Hmm.
I don't recall it, but I feel like that should be a every year thing, not just that 1 year. That should have kept going.
Yeah, it kept going.
You feel
But
me? And like I've been saying, yo, like put our history in these American history books because our history is American history. You built America, damn near, yo.
pretty
So
much.
you know what I'm saying? Let's
And that's another thing they announcing that now that we. I mean, there's still some little argument debates, people naysaying about it, but about that, what you just said about us being architects of this nation. But
what are
I mean,
they
some.
what are they debating? What are they saying?
No, I mean, people like don't want to believe it. Just pretty much still being ignorant about it. They don't because they're racist or they just don't want to accept that black people created that. We was architects for this. I mean, it's America. Not just us, but also immigrants as well. With
Immigrants as well, yeah.
Italians and all
Italians,
Germans,
Chinese.
yeah, all that. So it's like we all had a hand in like from creating America. Oh yeah, well, speaking of that, it's the show going to be on ABC tomorrow. It's like I want to say it's like a mini series, and Common he's like the narrator or the host. It's about Black America. I forgot the name of it. It's supposed to come out tomorrow on ABC. I want to check that out. And Common's getting that money too. He's like the hip hop Morgan Freeman. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna jump to since we talked about like our heroes and Black history. I want to acknowledge this is another news story that happened. So Winston Duke, better known as
AKA
Mbaku,
Mbaku,
yeah,
is
and for the Black
challenged.
Panther, yes, and he's going to portray in a biopic legendary political activist Marcus Garvey.
Mr. Pan Africanism himself.
Yes, like Mr. Black Star. Um,
Aha.
yeah. If y'all shout out to all those Black Star fans who got the album and the intro.
We'll be
So yeah,
shining and shining when we rhyming and rhyming. We'll be
yeah.
shining and shining when we rhyming and rhyming.
So the biopic is gonna be on Amazon. It's called Mark Men. That's what it's gonna call. Andrew, don't want to slaughter his name too. Start with a D. I think he's gonna be directing it. He directed what did he direct? He directed a couple other stuff. He's gonna be in it. We're gonna have Jesse Williams from Grey's Anatomy, also too the woke one of the
Uh-huh.
yeah, he's gonna be in it, and
Oh
fine
yeah.
as the Wanda Wise from she was in She's Gotta Have It, the Netflix series, played Nola.
Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore, yeah, Maryland. She was actually she from she grew up in Baltimore, but she lived in PG. Yeah, it was crazy, but yeah, Maryland representing. But
PG got enough. God damn it.
wow.
We need to
Hey,
shine. Shout out to
before
everybody I know from PG and DMV.
yeah,
But damn it, we need some heroes,
I
man.
ain't trying to start no PG and be more beef.
Nigga, that is old.
Yeah, that was old
That
and
was
pointless
old.
and pointless too. That was
Very
just like really, yo, what's up with your clothes? I don't know what's your music. Say
Look at your
two.
socks.
Yeah, for real. Say
What's one
two.
plus one? It ain't two.
Yeah,
Dad, what the fuck
say
is that?
dog. Say two.
What a shovel, nigga? Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Too
No,
much.
Mo, that ain't it.
Yeah, for real. It was too much. But yeah, it's gonna be on Amazon. I'm actually first of all, great casting choice. I'm just curious to see what's up with if he's still. I mean, I think he's still doing the. I think he did it. The Kimbo Slice.
They doing a biopic on Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, he's supposed to play him in a biopic. Winston Duke. That was like they mentioned that
Interesting.
this was when after Black Panther came out, and yeah, because they said he was going to do that, and then
Interesting.
so yeah, so I don't know if did they finish it or they still working on it. of course you can't, the pandemic, but yeah, but hopefully so you got that, and then you're gonna play Marcus Garvey, and that's gonna be something too. And I definitely looking forward for that. So yeah, definitely. And also speaking of, let's keep it going with the political. Oh well, first, yeah, let's start with you. You down with the biopic and everything, and Marcus Garvey? Yeah, you
I'm
cool.
all for it, bro. Like I remember in college, I did a paper about Marcus Garvey, about a book I was reading
Nice,
about Marcus Garvey, and that just
nice.
opened up my eyes to what he was all about.
Yeah, nice.
You know what I'm saying? He was, uh, but it was like what his vision was
Mm-hmm.
a dope vision. He was all about us,
Mm-hmm.
doing our thing.
Yeah,
Okay, the white people is doing this and doing that. We can do what they doing and even better.
yeah,
But then I think he got a little overboard and people was like, oh, hold on, man.
yeah.
So, but his story is not told like how Martin's is, Malcolm's
Mm-hmm.
is, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
he's up there with those guys.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You saw the
definitely.
t-shirt from Refreshed, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So definitely I would like to say between this and also to the next topic I was going to discuss, since we didn't get a chance to really talk about it in the previous episodes, Judas and the Black Messiah, with
oh yeah.
Fred
Yeah.
Hampton.
You
Can you hear me? No?
okay.
Hold on.
You
Yeah,
messing
can you
up.
hear me now?
Yeah, you was freezing and it was getting a little crazy.
I was like this, like that.
This is a whole robot, son. Speaking of robots, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta say this. You know, 20 years ago, an important hip hop album came out, The Blueprint, the first Blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
There's a song on there called Ain't No Love. And Jay-Z starts it out with First the Fat Boys Break Up. R.I.P. Prince Markie D.
R.I.P. Yep. Chris Markie D.
But I feel that way, how he felt about them, that's how I felt about Daft Punk. Daft Punk broke up.
Mm-hmm.
28 years.
Mm-hmm.
Making amazing music, being icons and pillars in this EDM. You know what I'm saying? Big fans of their stuff, so it hurt my heart, man. But shout out to those guys, and I wish them the best going
Yeah.
forward. You know what I mean with their future
Actually, I
endeavors.
didn't know they was out that long. I thought, swear, like, cause I was up to them like in the early 2000s. So I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't know
think
they was like 93 with it. Like, damn, I didn't know that.
yeah, I think that was like the first album
Yeah.
around the world or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was a joint. But
Yeah,
yeah, definitely great music, great, great random access memories.
I had to get used to that album because I wasn't used to that sound by them.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think in my mind I was looking for another. I wanted another. What was the album that had One More Time and all that? Was that
Oh,
just called Daft Punk?
yeah, I thought it was self-titled. Wasn't it self-titled Daft
It
Punk?
might have been
Yeah.
self-titled.
Yeah.
But and that album was great. The album after that was cool.
That's how I feel about the
But
Gorillas. Like when after Demon days, what was the one they had out? Forgot the other one they had
the one
like Bobby
before that,
Womack.
oh yeah,
It came out
yeah.
like late. It came out like late 2000. Like I'm gonna say 2009 or 2010ish. I think I could be wrong.
I I thought it might have been later than that, but I think I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah.
Because because they was putting out stuff for the past couple of years, but I kind of forgot about it. And they would link up with certain artists. And I'm like, oh, word, this is a thing, and it was titled like as if it was like an episode of a show or something. But it was it was different. But I meant to go back and check their stuff out. But I know they came out with an album maybe in the 2010s somewhere, like mid 2010s, and it was good. I liked it. I meant to go back and listen to it, but it was cool. And I always wanted to buy their book. They put out a book in the early 2000s. I wanted to buy it because I thought their story was interesting. But one of those things where it's weird but entertaining.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
You did. But yeah, rest in peace to Prince Markie D, definitely. And also too, thanks for the legacy, Daft Punk. You definitely was icons and game changers in electronic music, definitely. Yeah. But we was talking earlier about the Marcus Garvey and how cool that is. And this definitely helped pave, that this movie, the previous film that we're about to mention, paved the way, in my opinion, Judas and the Black Messiah, for the Marcus Garvey to come out, because not that many people, because this now this film is getting major awards, attention, recognition, and all that, and saying it's a possible front runner for the Oscars. So yeah, and you got the Golden Globes tomorrow night, so you know what I'm saying. But it sucks. I'm really mad at Golden Globes because they didn't had none. Judas of the Black Messiah, One Night Miami, Mom's Rented Black Bottom, or The Five Bloods as the best drama. And then they made the article. Someone the president mentioned that they never had a black voter in their board.
Well, that's where you fucked up from the beginning.
So same thing with the Oscars. I mean the Oscars kind of getting whatever, but it's still the same thing. But it's still the voters is like still mostly white and like in the older crowd too. It's not, they don't have like no young, definitely like our age or like younger to like be in the voter committee for these films. But definitely and a lot of people don't, when this movie came out, now people know who's Fred Hampton, and also too about the Black Panther Party. And also they helped them, like this movie helped like give them a different perspective on people viewed them as very as terrorists and things of that nature, and didn't know the whole story and all that. So but yeah, what you thought about it? You good?
Yeah, just something that's all itching. I'm good.
Yeah, but I thought the movie was great, and great, great performance all around from Daniel Kaluuya, from Lakeith, Dominique Fishback, who played the widow of Fred Hampton. She killed as well, and Dominique Thorne, who had a small part as she was the lone female Black Panther comrade, Judy Harmon. It was a great cast all around. Jesse Plemons as the FBI agent, Martin Sheen as Hoover. That was he was scary looking, but it was like, yeah, definitely it was a little scary looking. Like, yeah, that sounds like Martin Sheen, but that is not. That's some crazy. But it was a great cast, especially too Ashton Sanders, Algie Smith, who was Darnell Britt Gibson, who played Congressman Bobby Rush, who was a Black Panther back in the day, and now he's the congressman for the Illinois state. But definitely Shaka King did a great job. All around, man, it was a great movie, in my opinion. Definitely one of the best films come out this year, and deserve all the awards, attention, and all that. And it sucks that as for the acting, Dan Kaluuya, he killed it as Fred Hampton, and he deserves all the praise and the recognition and the nominations. But it sucks that Lakeith is not going to be part of the Best Actor nomination crowd because that between the best actors and the best supporting actors, it's limited. You got 5 slots, and it's like it's so many great performances that came out. Someone's going to get snubbed, someone's going to get surprise nomination, things of that nature. Or you have your front runners like like the Chadwick and Riz Ahmed and all that. So it just sucks. I believe that he should be also mentioned in the best actor category as well because he did a great job. So this was like his toughest role to date. So because he was going through it like mentally, just trying to get into that character.
I think I did see something about that with him with that, and it's not far off. The young man that played Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. I think when Game of Thrones was done, he went straight to a rehab center because because of that role, really messed with him. Yeah, I saw the movie, and I listened to the soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack dope too. Yeah.
Both are fire.
Yeah.
It still amazes me how Fred Hampton was only 21 years old.
He didn't look like it in the pictures. You thought he was like in his late 20s.
Something.
Yeah.
He was that brilliant of a mind.
Yeah.
And had those ideas. And I understood why they felt like they had to arm themselves to protect themselves, because they saw what was going on and it was like, yo, we're not going to be doing a peaceful march. And don't put your hands on me. Don't stick your dogs on me. You feel me? At the same time, they trying to do things within the community. Breakfast program?
Yeah. They originated before they they decided to do the school.
Before there was a WIC.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
So he was really trying to do right by our people. He wasn't being a threat. It was just the fact that, well, I guess with us having education and learning how great that we are and learning our value, I guess is a threat to racist white people.
Well, but us telling that power and trying to, not only change the world, but change also to the community that we're living in and trying to do something positive. And that's crazy. And it's like, Hoover, I swear to you not, he just went around and effed up and just with the Black Panthers, with Fred Hampton, the Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale, also too with Malcolm and Martin. It's crazy, and it's like, yo, how they was and also too with Billie Holiday too. Also too, yeah.
I want to check that out. Yeah. What is that on Hulu?
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
I got Hulu. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Audrey Day.
Yeah, Audrey Day, fine self is Billie Holiday. She definitely played the part. I'm from the preview. I didn't see it, but definitely it's crazy how Hoover and then the FBI days they were just so with every Black activist around that time. It's crazy. But I don't know. It's just definitely was a great film. And well put together. And I like how they it was it wasn't really a biopic. Like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing another a Fred Hampton, a straight up Fred Hampton biopic that covers him when he was a child and before he became Black Panther, how he became part of the Black Panthers and all that, and what got him involved. I would like to see that, but they still did a good job as far as get to know his how he was doing it the last months before his assassination, and yeah, it just felt more of a political crime thriller drama type, like a Donnie Brasco, or like in the same. Yeah, that's what they said they was going with. They was going with like The Departed and Donnie Brasco, and that how that style was, with from the perspective of William O'Neill, the informant. So definitely, yeah, I thought it was great. That soundtrack though, yeah, definitely, Nipsey and Jay and the Black Thought joint.
Yeah. Uh the way the way he died was messed up.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry, but if one of my homies walk up to me and look nervous, out of their mind, shaking,
mm-hmm.
and ask me if I want something to drink,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Yeah, Keith definitely, like I said, like his acting on that one, that was like,
He got to be mentioned, Joe.
yeah, for like just the way how he did a great job on, like he wasn't trying to make he said he was trying to humanize William O'Neill, but not to a point where we feel sorry for him, or like still he still was like sort of like the bad guy, but it was like still trying to get into like his mindset, like he feel conflicted on because he was like when he was undercover, understanding the Black Panther more and becoming he still had a job to do and still had to become an informant, let the FBI know what's going on. So it was like a conflict with that. And the scene that I love the most definitely is the when Fred did the speech at the church, the Welcome Home Fred. That whole scene all together, just everything, it was well put together with from the direction, the editing, the cinematography, scheming, the nerd, the film nerd coming in. I don't give a fuck. But the acting is definitely was on point because it was like everybody involved was on their A game, and then definitely like was going through different emotions. You saw like Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton coming in, and he delivering the "I am a revolution" speech, frying up the crowd, and he there was a couple of shots where you saw him trying to get his mindset on what he was going to say, and should he say it like this and like that, and frying up the crowd. Then you see him. Uh, Dominique Fishback as Deborah Johnson. At first she was, all supportive, being, cheering for a man. And when she started talking about, dying a revolutionary death, and she was concerned about that, and and she was pregnant with the kid, and you saw her concerned face and all that, and tears was coming to her eyes. And then all of a sudden you looked at Lakeith as William Neal. He's, you know, undercover as the Black Panther Conrad, and he's doing like patrolling, being a sergeant at arms, looking around, scoping, security, whatever. And then all of a sudden he's riling up too, and from what Fred was saying, and then when he spotted Mitchell in the crowd undercover in the sky, and that got him shook, and he, it was a mixed conflict because he was trying to,
Yeah.
yeah, that was everything about it was just great, like that whole scene.
Yeah.
It was like everybody was like acting. Yeah.
Because I was like, I remember the first trailer.
Yeah.
And you just heard the "I am
Yeah.
a revolutionary."
Yeah.
When they did that,
Mm.
you caught chills off. You felt
Yeah.
like you was there.
Yeah, for the first two trailers, the two trailers they had, they did a great job. Whoever did the editing for that did a great job on like
Shout out to them, man.
getting the yes on both trailers. Like you felt the emotion and the intensity of the that this was gonna be a tense drama. So it was like, yo, it was just like, bruh. So yeah, definitely, definitely. But
Yeah, man. Congrats
yeah,
to that whole cast and crew of Judas and the Black Messiah, man.
yeah,
Y'all deserve all the accolades, all the nominations. I want some winners out of that, man.
yeah.
For real,
Definitely.
for
Boy,
real.
I definitely really think that. Daniel got that best supporting actor on lock because it's between him and I want to say if maybe Chad, because it was earlier during the Chadwick, he was going to be a double nominee for. Of course, he got Mom's Running on a lot for Black Best Actor, but he also was going to be nominated for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Five Bloods, and he did get some awards for that early on. But as far as now, since more films has came out and things of that nature, he might still probably for the Oscars. I don't know that, like I said, that best acting and the best supporting acting and all them those main ones, they just real tough, and you got those little five spots. So we'll see. But I definitely feel that Daniel got that best supporting actor. I do really do. But as far as like all the others, I'm definitely rooting for. They definitely, I think, definitely got a best picture. And also too, if they do do that, it's going to be the first time because mostly the for the best picture nominations is mostly the producers. They credit the producers, and this is going to be the first time we're going to have all black producers because it was Ryan Coogler, his wife, or his Ryan Coogler, his wife was like a or executive producer, yeah, because they got their own production thing going. So it's Ryan Coogler, the director, Shaka King, Charles King, no relation, but yeah, he a producer of Macro Productions. So there's like an all black uh, producers on this one. So this is gonna be the first time that could happen. So if they nominate, it's more than likely they are gonna be nominated, and they're gonna make history on that part. But definitely, yeah. So we'll see, we'll see. But speaking of another black film that's upcoming, that's gonna come out this coming Friday is the highly anticipated, long awaited sequel to a Eddie Murphy classic, Coming to America.
Yes, yes, in the face.
In the feast. So I'm gonna be brutally honest, bro. First yeah, it comes out this Friday, March the 5th on Amazon. But I'm gonna be brutally honest, man.
You're not feeling it.
Yeah, them trailers, bruh. It's just like I don't know, from the trailer and also to the storyline too. It's just like I'm hoping like they didn't like, I got a feeling they're gonna have like the heart. It's gonna be a well heart a family, and also this one is gonna be PG-13. It's not gonna be rated R like the
Oh, the
first
first one was
one.
rated R.
Yeah, the first one was rated R.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they had they were dropping a lot of F bombs and nudity and all that, so they was rated R. But this one is rated PG-13. But it's like, and people gotta think too, and I kind of like blame social media and the fans. I mean, yeah, it was a classic, and people was like push pushing real hard to try to do a sequel, and like they was just asking for it for many years, and it was crazy that Eddie Murphy and Cineo, they said it at first. They said they as soon as they finished the first one, they was like, yeah, we're not gonna do a sequel because we think we ended well and it was a perfect ending. But once it became a pop culture hit,
Mm-hmm.
a phenom pretty much, and had a cult following, and these fans like a couple years back doing like these fan made posters. That, let's do a sequel. Let's have Kevin Hart in it, or let's have some at the time. So yeah, so like, and then when Black Panther came out, I guess that kind of like brought some motivation to Eddie to try to because they did like a little smash up between T'Challa and Akeem, and also I heard Eddie Murphy mentioned that Ryan Coogler did had a sequel in mind where he did want Michael B. Jordan to play the son, but Eddie wasn't feeling the story like that because it was more focused on the son compared to the other the characters of the first one. So he wanted to like focus on that. But yeah, but I'll yeah, people gotta understand, man. It's been 30 years, over 30 years, and you know, how we are when we want like these old shows or old comedians to come back and like then we be disappointed because it's not the same, or like things has changed. So like I said, this one's sequel is gonna be PG-13. It's gonna be more family orientated than ever. It's gonna be more friendly, and you might not get all the those raw jokes that Eddie them was saying back in the first one. And also too, now Eddie, now he's a grandfather, now he got kids, what I'm saying. He got his daughter. One of his daughters is playing his daughter in the film, one of his daughters. So you know what I'm saying, so his youngest daughter. But I don't know, man, the trailers, I was like, it wasn't, I mean, I'm like, yo, please don't F this up, like, for real. Like, the jokes wasn't hitting it like that. And also, too, I wasn't kind of not feeling the story like that. And, he had a son all this time. He didn't know. He knocked up somebody during the time he was at the first trip in America when he was supposed to be looking for a wife. And I don't know. I was like, yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know. I still think they still going to keep it the night to have the heart of how the first one went, for this one. So, and also too, like, it's going to be definitely nostalgia galore with, bring the old characters. And I'm still tripping that the barbershop dudes are like still kicking, like, for real, like all these years, like they gotta be 100.
Yo, the ill part about it, I was like, oh, Eddie is still the Jewish guy.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I'm not gonna knock it.
Yeah.
If somebody got something to say about it, guess what? Where was you 32 years ago, nigga? 33 years ago. Where was you at? And you ain't say nothing when he did a little experiment skit on Saturday Night Live back in the day, where he was in whiteface as a white man on the bus and doing some other stuff.
Here to this newspaper.
Where the fuck was you at?
Go take it. It's yours. Here, don't worry about it. But
exactly.
yeah. So I don't know. Like hopefully hopefully it will be good, and hopefully they, like, whatever that in the trailer, it's not gonna be it. Hopefully they're gonna, I mean, of course not, but it's like, of course hopefully they save the good stuff when we see the film. You know what I'm saying? It will be more funnier and more, I'm we'll see. In my opinion, for right now, I mean, you can't top the first one, but I mean, if it's, I don't know. It'd be nice to see, yeah, it'd be great to see it's like, nostalgia and all that, and they pay homage to the first one. But as far as saying, if this is gonna be better than the first, I don't know. But we'll see. And that's how I feel about these other sequels that, from sequels from 80s films. Like I said, we saw it with Blade Runner, and I didn't see that, but it did okay in the box office, and I heard it was,
I wanted to see that. Yeah,
I heard mixed. People like, they was disappointed. Some people thought it was good. And what other films, like, that's like the same thing with the Best Man joint. When they did the Best Man Holiday, that was like a couple years, and then but it did well, and I'm glad they
it was good. I loved that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they was talking about doing a 3 for the longest, but they said, you know what, we was gonna do a limited series
show, right?
Yeah, just get everything out that we needed, and then we got everybody involved in their schedules, and then bam, just do what we gotta do, and that'd be it, and it'd be the final chapters. So yeah, so I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it, Coming to America. I kind of, and also I kind of do have a feeling on the story how it's gonna end, but I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna shut up, and I'm just gonna, like, yeah. So I'm just gonna wait till talk about it, at next episode about how we thought. So
I think when I was younger and I saw Coming to America, I kind of wanted a sequel, but then after I watched it again, I was like, oh, they can leave it alone as is.
And then they had the pilot TV show with Tommy Davidson.
That resurfaced. I was like,
yeah,
you serious?
Yeah. They only had that one pilot, and I can see why. So yeah, they didn't. Yeah, yeah.
Just certain things you just need to leave alone.
And then Tom
Uh,
Davidson, his accent was mix of African American, African, and Jamaican at the same time. It was like he was like back and forth with it. It was like,
you probably
yeah,
looked at that and cringed at that shit.
yeah. So I don't know, man.
Um, I when I first saw the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, so he messed around with Leslie Jones' character during the whole time he was going after old girl.
I'm thinking he probably he probably was messing around with her. He probably like had like a one night stand with this chick like before he
Yeah, that's what
yeah
they was kind of
before he met
leading to.
Lisa. Like say I'm thinking like during the time when they was like looking like
When
they
they
was
was
at
at
the
the
club.
nightclub and they kept
Yeah,
talking to
yeah,
different
yeah.
chicks, maybe she was one that that we didn't know about.
Oh, what if she's the Arsenio's character? I'm gonna tear you apart.
Your
Shit.
part and your
Yeah,
friend too.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm thinking around that time. Definitely, he was like, yeah, he probably had like a one night stand with this shorty, and like, but they kind of like still like I ain't look at Akeem like that in the first one. He was just like he was just dedicated, just looking. He didn't think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to America. Yeah, definitely saw his royal oats, but still like, but like I thought he was like really like dedicated. Like, yeah, I'm looking for this one chick. I ain't gonna be fucking around with every chick I see and like, oh yeah, you come here, you.
Right.
But it just kind of messed up the character a little bit. Like, yeah, like he made like he was just a whole like, and then he saw Lisa like, you know what? I'm just focusing on her. I ain't gonna call her what's her name no more because that pussy was good. She gave me the pussy, but I was getting fed. So it was a shout out DMX. Sorry, excuse me.
Hilarious.
Uh,
I think after seeing it, I was like, I was curious about it. Like, yeah, all right, I'm here for it, And when I saw certain people that was in it, I was like, all right, bet. Like, I'm looking at it now.
mm-hmm.
Louis Anderson comes back for it. We ain't
Yeah,
seen
that
Louis
was
in a while.
that was no brainer. Yeah.
Um, the son is Jermaine Fowler's the son.
Mm-hmm.
Funny. Tracy, you know what time it is with Tracy Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
Tiana Taylor is in this.
So, oh yeah, shout out to her.
Mhm.
She's gonna play Dion Ward. They finally gonna make that happen.
Okay, so it's official.
Yeah, they're gonna
So
make it happen. Dion Ward, she's behind. I mean, well, she brought it up, and then
you
yeah,
got ask and you shall receive, man.
yeah, and then someone, yeah, I forgot what studio, but yeah, they're gonna make it happen. So that's what's up.
Um, Rotimi is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Dope talent. Man, Michael Blackson. Yeah, I'm all for it.
And
Michael
also, I
Black.
think they're gonna surprise. Like, I would not be surprised they're gonna if Samuel did make a cameo. He got to.
That would be dope. Um, Rodney Perry is in this. That's interesting.
Mm.
You know, veteran comedian. And Rick Ross is in here as the muscled lieutenant.
Uh, Actually, I mean, I did hear that he they did film at his house, so definitely yeah.
Yes, but as a muscled lieutenant. I understand he lost some weight.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm a Rick Ross fan. I like his music, but muscled lieutenant, bruh.
I, I, I I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, just watch it, and I think there'll be some more surprises. So hopefully,
I want to peep the soundtrack too. I want to see who else on there.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I heard it's like definitely they followed the same format of what Black Panther did. They working with African American artists and
And
African,
Afrobeat
yeah,
artists, African
Afrobeat,
artists.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with
So
that.
see how it goes, man.
The
But
same
yeah,
thing with uh Black is King.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Beyonce joint.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was they had some good music come out of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Um I'll say as of right now, I don't think it's gonna top the first,
Yeah,
but I think it's still gonna be entertaining.
hopefully.
Um
Yeah,
uh I'm curious as how, Wesley's gonna be as the villain.
yeah, but I think because people don't know how talented Wesley is, yo. Like he can. I mean, people see him more as especially the action and like. But before he was doing action, he did do comedy. Wildcats, White Man Can't Jump. Come on now,
Major
like
League
they just see him
when he
as the
made
action.
Days.
Yeah, they see him more as the action guy, and also too the big time drug dealer because of New
White
Jack
Man
City.
Can't Jump was a comedy a little bit.
Yeah, white. Yeah, that's what, yeah. I said White Man Can't Jump.
Oh, he's in my
Wildcats.
bad. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he does has like a comedic background. His comedic timing is great, and I don't. Yeah, so I guess I got a feeling he will steal the show because he did steal the show on Dolomite's My Name.
He was good in that.
Yeah, he was funny on that. So
He was. He was. That
definitely.
was that. Now that was a movie that surprised me on how good it was.
Yeah.
I went in there not expecting with no expectations,
Hmm.
and when I watched, I was like, "Oh man, this is crazy," because I didn't know much about Dolomite. I think that was the deal.
Hmm.
So to understand, so when they broke down like his journey to
Hmm.
get to where he was and how he was struggling for so long,
Hmm.
it was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and to have, but he had some brilliant, talented people to make that movie pop.
Yeah.
You feel
Definitely.
me? So
Mm-hmm.
and then I just get surprised when I find out like because I feel like Eddie has a hand in just like I think he's that deep in the game where he can handpick certain people.
Hmm.
So when I found out that he had certain people that don't know, I was like, oh word. And like I said, looking at the cast list
Hmm.
for Coming to America, I'm like, he got Lou now, he got Michael Blackson, he got Rick Ross and
Hmm.
Jermaine Fowler, and wow, that's ill.
Yeah.
You know, that he got that eye, for talent like that. And
Actually,
it's the same way with Dave Chappelle when I find out that he rocked with like he still like Dave Chappelle is still he still knows what's going on in the stand up comedy world.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, that's what's up. It's like I mean that's a part of him. That's where he came from.
yeah.
But you got some people that's so far off from that.
Hmm.
Because I thought Eddie was kind of far off from that.
Hmm.
But when I watched something I did with Michael Blackson a couple years ago, when they mentioned like, yeah, he mentioned they told Michael Blackson like, yeah, Eddie brought you up
Hmm.
for Coming to America, and I was like, wow, the fact that he know even Michael Blackson was like the fact that he knows who I am,
Hmm.
that's big.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, Jamie Foxx, he was an extra on the first Coming to America.
Oh wow,
Yeah, he was one of the guards. They said he was.
that's
So
crazy. Well, shit, that's just like Jackie Chan.
hmm
Jackie Chan was in extra or something Into the
yeah, and the
Dragon,
dragon, yeah, and the dragon.
and now he's Jackie Chan.
And I think Eddie had he's been doing it like for a while. I think he's been doing it ever since he became the big film star because he gave Chris Rock his one of his first roles on, and he had a cameo on Beverly Hills Cop 2 as the valet dude. And that one scene when he went to the Playboy Mansion, and Chris Rock,
Wow, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And also too, I definitely believe he was involved definitely on the for the casting of I think he definitely him and the Hoodlum brothers when they did Boomerang. Um but he definitely was like with Norbert, he had, because him and Charlie, his brother, rest in peace, they wrote the
Rest in
story.
peace to Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, because they wrote the story, and they was definitely involved in trying to get like Cat Williams and Eddie Griffin and Marlon Wayans and all of them in that film as well.
And which film?
Norbit.
That would have been ill.
Yeah.
If they'd have got those guys in there.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
might have been how Eddie probably knows him, because Charlie Murphy is still there. Like Charlie
Yeah.
Murphy
Yeah.
is still in that stand-up comedy realm and knowing certain people and
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah. But definitely. So yeah. But
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Coming to America again next Friday. It premieres Amazon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, it goes. But yeah. But that's it, y'all. This is and then shout outs real quick, cause
Uh, I want to say early birthday shout out uh, to my man Joseph. You know, he's also known as he also kind of goes by another name, Imani or whatever. He's been doing this thing with music. He down there in down in the South or whatever. So went to high school with him. You know, real good dude. So shout out to him. Happy early birthday to him. And that's shout out to everybody that's still rocking with us, is watching us. I hope y'all continue to spread the word about us.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Once again, shout out to Tommy. Um, and congrats on the new crib. Congrats to you and Shay on the new
Mm-hmm.
crib. And we in Pisces season, so shout out to the Pisces.
Yep. Well, this is the end of Black History Month, but it's Black History all year round. People, stay woke.
Facts.
But yeah, so we got Women History Month in March and all that, and
Hey,
hopefully,
ladies.
yeah, I know. Hopefully, we
Get
see some
okay.
spring-like weather soon. So 'cause
For real.
we do have daylight saving time 2 Sundays from now.
Bring forward.
Yep. But yeah. But thank y'all supporting. Keep it going. This is your Shirley Breon. And up top, up on the side, whatever my recording is, is Mr. Sean. But yeah, episode 21, 21, 21, 21. It's cool, I guess. But shout out to Mark
Shout out
Phillips.
to RDC World.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'll let y'all later. Peace.
All right.